might have to close the schools, which an orange zone does. So what's going on? Does the city still have the ability to close its schools? Are you now taking control and saying that you have the power to make this decision? And for the millions of parents who want to know, are the schools going to open tomorrow in New York City?
All right. First of all, let's try not to be obnoxious and offensive in your tone, because you're 100% wrong. These laws have all been in effect for months.
Months? Months? Maybe months? We should know what green is. We should know what yellow is. We should know what orange is. But at the bottom line, Steve, welcome to the show, buddy.
What a dipshit.
You mentioned it earlier, my man. The guy's just completely lost his mind, right?
Dude, you want the definition of arrogance? They have a picture of Cuomo in the dictionary next to the word arrogance.
Well, you know what? Save the energy, sir. Joe, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Everybody, the great Metallica, for whom the bell tolls, from their album, Riding the Lightning, the second studio album by the American heavy metal band, released in July 27th. Guess what? Ready? 1984, fellas. Oof. Yeah. You know, these guys are in the studio. They're jamming. Like, there's no mixer, iMac, computers. It's rock and roll, man. Well, that's enough of that, guys, because we know Metallica is real finicky about their music.
We get booted.
Joe, you were right on about it. You were like, listen, you want to play Metallica for the opening of the show? That might not work out. But you know what? We take risks. That's what we do. Because we're Americans. Columbus took a risk when he got on the Pinta, the Maria, the Santa Maria. Right?
Columbus is a racist.
Well, you know what? You could say that, but I didn't know the guy personally, so I couldn't. Listen. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Episode 47. Kaboom, right? Coming in loud and clear. Thank you, everybody, for joining the show, both here in the podcast and on the live cast. Listen, this is a big episode. This is legit. Like, I got to say, I didn't introduce either one of you today as guests because this might be it. This might be the last time that you guys are actually guests on the Bobby Kudo Show, right? Because we got a big announcement, right? We made a decision. And, Joe, why don't you tell everybody what we're planning here, bro? What are you thinking?
So we're going to plan on having a trio here. Having three of us on a podcast.
All right. What do you think?
Permanently.
What do you think?
I think it's great. I think, you know what I think? I think we need to come up with a name.
Yes.
And I think maybe some of these people here on the podcast, they can email you.
Yes.
Or they can, it's 100 different ways to message you.
Yeah, right.
Or anybody on the Facebook.
Listen. Twitter,
livecast,
Twitter,
right now.
Facebook, Instagram.
Any ideas? Let us know.
TheBobbyKudoShow.com, TheBobbyKudoShow@gmail.com. Right? So many ways to get a hold of it. Let us know. Get us some ideas. We're thinking. It's the three of us. You obviously know what the content is. You know where we are at. Obviously, Joe, the voice of reason. Steve, the voice that is in everybody's head. And
can't get rid of me.
Right? And of course, myself, kind of just, I like to think somewhere in
between.
I'm in between, right? Like, I guess I'd be if we had a meat sandwich, I'm the meat in the middle of the two pieces of bread, guys.
Wow, you went right for that.
I did that. Listen, right, legit, man. I don't even mess around.
You go right for the meat constantly.
right for the meat, right? So everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to the episode. We got to listen. I want to talk about a packed show today. We are jam-packed with a lot of stuff to talk about. In case you didn't know, November 3rd went, right? We still don't know I guess technically who the president-elect is. Will we continue to, will Donald Trump continue to be the president of the United States? Or are we looking at a new administration? I know, Steve, this gets you fired up, buddy. But in all fairness, if we go back and I think the toughest part here is it's always, and I mentioned it in 46, it's always tough to lose. It's always tough to get to a point where you actually have to concede and say, you know what, maybe there was something going on here. You know what,
it's tough. But if you lost fair and square, then you lost fair and square, and you walk away and you try again another day.
Yes.
But when you lost, when you are told that you lost, but one, nobody has certified their votes yet, and two, that there was some sort of bullshit involved in it. How do you concede? How do you say that you lost?
Yes, but the thing is you have to believe that there was a wrongdoing. That's you have to come to that point where if you're a liberal or if you're a Democrat, listen, the Hillary Clinton loss, people are still not over that.
They still haven't conceded.
That's
that.
what I'm saying. They're still not over that. Like, and so you still have a group of people that are just still passionate. These are not, like.
But those are the same people that are telling us that we need to accept the outcome now.
There are people that still haven't.
I want to know.
Listen, there are people that still don't believe that Gore lost in 2000.
Dude, I want to know. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, if Donald Trump lost, that's fine. But I want to know that he lost.
Right. I want the truth. Right.
I come on the show. You guys are both here, and the three of us are in this room because we all believe in the Constitution of the United States of America. Mm-hmm. We all come from the same walks of life. We are children of immigrants who have a dream and believe that we can make something in this country if we believe in the Constitution and what it stands for. And voting, right? Voting for our government officials, I think, is paramount of the Constitution, right? We the people, none of that matters. None of that matters if the voting system in which the foundation of the Constitution is written is lies, dude. Lies, and 100,000 votes or 400,000 votes in the middle of the night show up for no rhyme or reason. And, again, propaganda, right? Twitter, you take your pick. The war of information is so skewed. And I mentioned this in the past where there's no middle, guys. There's no middle. It's either over there, it's over here, and there's nothing in the middle. How do you find the common ground? Right, because either you're all the way one way, you're all the way the other way. If you're somewhere in the middle, you know what they call you? They call you a racist, right? They say you don't love your country. That somehow, because you're not screaming and yelling. Listen, I'm screaming and yelling on the inside. At the same time, I'm looking at this going, this doesn't look right to me, right? This just doesn't look right to me.
Yeah, something's off.
Here we go, guys. I can pick up my phone right now. I can pick up my iPhone, look at it. It scans my face, whatever it does. It gives me access to the information on my phone. I own that technology. I own that face scanner technology. I own it in my house. It's in my hands. How is it that we cannot come up with a system to vote for our government officials that work with technology? How do we not verify that?
Because our system is verified by people in Spain and in Germany.
Yeah.
And so that's the problem. Like, we can't even do our own elections.
Yep.
Literally, the software that reads our votes and analyzes it isn't even in this country.
Right,
like, I don't understand how that's even allowed.
If the rumors are true that they got proof that the software has been hacked, the servers have been hacked, we should all be alarmed as voters.
They have testimony from the people who actually made the software
I'm just
that
saying
said that they can manipulate the votes.
If that's true, if they got proof and they can prove that,
yes,
then we should all be concerned as voters.
Russ Ramsland, he's the co-owner of Allied Security Operations Group. This guy was hired by the state of Texas to test the Dominion system. I happen to have a clip, and I want you guys to take a listen to this guy.
Basically, what most Americans don't understand is that voting is done by private companies. The elections are conducted by private companies under contract from the county. And we went in and started looking at these private companies and their software and their security, and we realized, first off, there are no security standards. So there are no national standards that any voting company needs to meet as far as the security on their software. And as a result of that, we then began to look, and we realized how easy it is to change votes. The software is so bad you can easily change the audit trail so that later you cannot even forensically go back and find out the votes that were changed. And that led us to a number of areas. One, we said, well, what happens to your vote after whatever the voting company locally does to it? What happens to it? Well, it turns out in the case of Texas and 28 other states, it all goes to a server in Frankfurt, Germany, which is owned by Barcelona, Spain multinational, and that's who actually controls and reports your vote.
I got to jump in. So here in Texas, if you vote early, and so your vote is being stored, you think, safely somewhere, the data about all the votes in Texas and 27 other states, the early voting data is actually being held in a server in Germany.
That is correct. And not only that, but in their process, and by a company called Seidel. And in their process, we can even see malware sitting there collecting all the credentials of all the county workers everywhere who are submitting information up, which means you can now go back into the county and change votes there too. So you don't just change it in Frankfurt, you can go back and even change it here.
And that's,
you know what, let me ask you a question.
It's just bad, and it is that insecure.
I'll let you finish it. But
someone with a reasonable knowledge of hacking could absolutely go in
I'm
and
not
change
very
it, and
often
we're seeing
speechless, but
now,
Imagine they said
issue you
a
were
kid
talking about-
with a cell phone could hack into the voting
Well,
machine.
somebody hacked into it just to try it out. Somebody hacked into it in 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Yeah, it was a professor, I believe, from University of Massachusetts. I don't know the name of the university, but it took him 7 minutes to do it.
7 minutes.
7 minutes to do it.
And as voters, we should all be alarmed by that. Because
Let me ask you a question.
who's going to be the highest bidder to that server?
Right.
Be like, listen,
China.
a Republican,
China.
a Democrat, or like China or any other
China
foreign
wants it, man.
interference.
They'll pay for it because they want Biden in.
They offer you, hey, listen, I'll give you $500,000 to make $500 million to make this person win. Whoever's the highest bidder,
Of course.
that's how our votes are going to go.
Do you know how much the contract that the Dominion,
People should be alarmed by
the
that.
Dominion contract? You know how much they paid? The state paid $287 million for that contract. $287 million.
That's one state.
That's one state. That's one state. That's one state.
Right.
And not all states use it. And they the commonality and all this, guys, is.
But let me ask. So this is what I want to ask you, right?
Yeah.
So you're in your house, you set up your Wi-Fi, and you put a password on it. Like you try and secure it so that your neighbors can't steal your internet. Mm-hmm. But here we have voting software that has no security.
No
on
security on it whatsoever.
Like, does that make any sense to you?
Now, remember when?
What are we arguing about?
Like your online banking, online banking
That's
is like
what I'm saying.
encrypted. And,
Right. Back to my original point, like with your phone. Like you get into your phone, it scans my face. Like having that security for my own personal use. How is it that the most, let's just say it, the most technologically sophisticated country in the whole world, all right, doesn't have the ability to vote its own system? Like to me, it doesn't make any sense. And I have to believe that the more the vote changes hands, the more the compromise exists.
Yeah, it's like a big game of telephone.
Right? If my ballot is in my hand, and Joe, back to your original point, and I mail this thing in the mailbox, at that point, I no longer have control of that vote. How many different hands? How many people? Right? How many people? That's got to be good. How many people are touching that vote before it gets where it's going? Like, seriously. So the chance for the counterfeit, the chance for, and again, you know what, the whole signature verification thing, if you're asking people to verify a signature, I mean, there are people that do that for a living. There are literally people that they get paid, a 6-digit salary to recognize hand signatures. Do you think these are the people that are working at the voting booth, at the voting tally locations? No, they're not. They're people like you and I. And if you know what? In all fairness, if I'm certifying signatures, I'm freaking blind, guys. Like, my glasses suck. I can't see for shit. And if I was verifying signatures, it wouldn't make a difference. They all look the same, right?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, I'll tell you what. I bet you I can come pretty close to forging Tom Brady's signature. I have his autograph up on the wall. I could look pretty close.
I knew it was too good to be true. He forged that.
right. But I could. You think about it. You could literally, like, if you look at it, you can come close, right?
Yeah.
You don't have somebody actually scrutinizing at it, look with a microscope and looking
unless
at it.
it's a professional.
Yeah. So the whole voter verification thing with signature, I'm not buying it. So
Why don't they scan your ID?
Guys, is this so fucking broken?
Right.
Can
You
I
don't
ask you this?
No, they don't.
You
They
go
don't want
vote.
voter ID.
You just grab your license.
don't want voter
There's a
ID.
barcode right on the
Scan
back.
it. Done.
Boom.
They don't
Dude,
want
you're done.
voter ID.
You're done.
If
Yes.
they had voter ID, we wouldn't be
Yeah.
going through this.
No,
But
you're
they
right.
don't want it for this reason.
So is the idea to
Well,
make
now I
it
know
so
what-
broken that it's beyond, like, is it the idea to make it so egregious that you just have to let it go?
So here's
Like
the
this,
thing. Think about
right?
this. Even if Trump makes a case that there was fraud, at this point, I think it's so beyond that. But I honestly think that there's a chance that Donald Trump can prove his case that there was fraud and still lose this election.
Yep.
Because the fraud is so deep. Because we're not talking like.
Well, you heard the guy. He said after the votes have been tallied up, there's no way of reversing them.
Sidney Powell,
Right.
She was on TV today with with Giuliani. I keep wanting to call. Why don't we keep wanting to call him Mayor Giuliani, and he's not. But Rudy Giuliani.
He still has that title.
Yeah, former mayor of New York, and they were pretty out front and blatant that they
got proof.
legit have proof. But I would tell you that they were very, very aggressive. It wasn't like they were in the
they got
defensive
the high
mode.
proof.
But here's the thing with Giuliani and all these lawyers. I truly believe that they have something. Here's the thing, though. The media, not that the media wants to report it, but the media wants something concrete. And Giuliani's been saying for 2 weeks now, we have the proof, we have the proof, we have the proof. But he's not
been on a lot
showing
of
them.
shows. He's been on a lot of shows.
Yes,
Yep.
but he's not showing it.
Right.
And that's probably clearly, I think there's a reason for that. But at the same time, it's been 2 weeks and he hasn't released anything. I would hope that it comes soon.
So Sidney Powell appeared on America This Week with Eric Bolling. He's on Fox. It's a Fox show. So he asked her straight up, you got to hear this, because I think this was honestly the first time that they actually, or any of the legal team actually said, this is it. This is legit. Take a quick listen to this.
Real important point here. Dominion voting machines were in numerous states, numerous counties. There's some sort of software backdoor, not unlike most phones will have a backdoor, but this will actually calculate and tell the person accessing the backdoor what type of voting percentages and what type of numbers are needed to change the win for a certain party, for a certain candidate.
Exactly. They can watch the voting real time. They run a computer algorithm on it as needed to either flip votes, take votes out,
that's amazing,
or
dude.
alter the votes to make a candidate win.
So that's different. Now this is even different. I just really want to be very, very careful here and be very meticulous about this. It's one thing to be able to watch it and decide how much more input you need to change the number, but now you're saying there's an actual way to change the total, the vote tallies within the system?
That's exactly right.
That's a very, very big claim there. I mean, that would be voter fraud and defined right there. What's the next step?
It's massive criminal voter fraud writ large across at least 29 states. It could have been happening.
29 states.
Anytime a voting machine was connected to the internet, and we have evidence that many were,
swing states.
It was obviously happening.
You know, and she kind of just rambles on about it, saying just obviously confirming what we're already talking about. There was actually, I read an article about a memory card.
That wasn't put in. Like, you had one job.
You're right.
You had
Seriously,
one job.
you had one freaking job with the memory. Like, how do you not do that? I mean, guys,
like I said, you can't stress this enough. I don't care if you like Trump or what. You're a liberal. You're a right wing. You're a conservative. It doesn't matter. This should alarm everybody.
Absolutely.
Yes,
going forward,
everybody.
Because if they can do this, then they're going to do this for every election.
Let me ask you a question. If you were Joe Biden, right? I mean, I don't know. That maybe it's a bad example.
He
but
doesn't know. He doesn't know.
But like, if even if you're,
has anybody alerted him that he may have won the election?
Won the election. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Anybody wake him up?
He's already made the office of the president elect, which has never existed in history. But let me ask, like,
unity,
if you
unity, brother. Unity.
Yeah, all right.
We got to bring everybody together
as they beat the shit out of people in Washington.
Man.
So even if you're Joe Biden, wouldn't you want somebody to come out and be like, no, this was absolutely fair, and put all the cards out on the table? Don't you want to win? Like, don't you want to have the win be an actual win?
No,
Dominion,
they don't care.
Dominion Voting, that's the name of the company, Dominion Voting, is listed as a $25,000 to $50,000 donor to the Clinton Foundation in 2014. And that was confirmed by the Washington Post.
Wow, that's fantastic.
I mean, guys, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be the one. I mean,
well, now I know what Nancy Pelosi said back in June when she said, I guarantee you, Donald Trump will not be our president. He will not be in the White House.
The firm.
Oh, now we know why.
Joe, the firm also hired lobby firm with ties to none other than
Nancy Pelosi.
Miss Nancy Pelosi, the former chief of staff. How about that, Apples?
You want to know what else? You want to know another little tidbit you might already know, but maybe some of the listeners don't. The Democrat Party, including our own Elizabeth Warren.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There was three. There was three of them.
Correct. They actually were already talking about Dominion having, because they thought Trump was actually like, he was going to landslide win this.
Yeah.
So they were already setting themselves up for saying, well, no, this voting system was completely fraudulent. And we need to, like, they were setting it up for the opposite.
Yeah. Right.
Now, all of a sudden, there's no problems with it. So 4 months ago, there was a problem with Dominion. Now there's no problem with Dominion because it's going their way.
Do we sound like soul losers right now? I'm throwing it out there. Do we sound? I'm putting myself. If I'm a liberal Democrat and I voted for Joe Biden and I'm listening to the show right now,
they don't even like him.
But do I? But I don't even know.
They're just happy that Trump's gone.
Right? That's really what it is, bro. That's really what it is.
They don't even
want,
because you listen right after he won. There was a lot of people marching that they didn't like that Joe Biden won.
Right.
So wait a minute, you don't like Trump, but you don't like Biden, but you voted for Biden. Now he's the winner. Now you don't like it.
Now what? Now what? Now what do you do? You know what's funny? It's kind of like people I know who voted in a union and then didn't want the union anymore, right? Like because the union didn't do anything for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think, you got all these promises and all these hopes and all these dreams. Listen, we're going to do this for you, and you're going to get this, and we got your back. We got your back. Listen, when shit goes down, we got your back. And
everybody's always got your back until shit goes down.
And they never do, bro. And they don't. And I don't want to say everybody, but in this situation, when you talk about unions, bro, when you talk about politicians and politics, it always is a disappointing situation. And I think, again, I don't think, guys, I got to be honest with you. I don't think it was a matter of win-win in this situation. It was a matter of lose-lose. I mean, I don't know that. What's the country itself? What direction? Honestly, like we're so divided at this point. 71, 72, 73 million people voted, they said, for Donald Trump. Where is that information? How does that, you know what I mean? Like, again, they're saying that Joe Biden collectively had the most votes ever cast for a president.
Right.
I don't believe that.
That's
right.
Just the guys.
I know.
Sleepy Joe got more votes than Obama did.
Yeah, that's the
with
challenge,
his whole,
bro. That's the challenge. That's the challenge. That's the challenge.
There's no way.
That's the challenge. That's the question right there. So do you believe that for 1 second? I don't believe that for 1 second because I think a lot of people who never voted in their lives went ahead and voted. Go ahead, Steve. What do you got over there?
We got a bunch of people. So I put on here come on, guys, help us out. We need a name for the new podcast.
Yeah.
Justin Case, welcome to our Dominion.
I like that.
Steve Viveros put the People's Podcast.
The People's Podcast. If you smell.
Celia had one earlier. I didn't want to tell her.
Hey, Celia.
Celia had just call it the Voice of Reason and In Between Podcast.
Oh, well, that's not bad, too.
It's not bad.
A little long, but not bad. I like that. Hey, we appreciate that, guys. Keep them coming.
I kind of like that. Welcome to Dominion.
I like that. That's kind of like a pun on. And you know what? But
that'll go away eventually.
Not really, because nobody will ever have to know. Because it's still Dominion. You know what I mean? You're in the Dominion. You know what I mean?
People's Podcast.
The People's Podcast. I like that. Are you sure that you need to Google that? Because I don't know. This is probably already the People's Podcast.
Probably.
No?
I better snatch it up if it's not.
I'd be all over that. That'd be like right now. I'm going to GoDaddy.com. I'm going to go buy the domain, right? I'm going to go purchase the domain right now. You know what I mean? So real quick, guys, just to get a little back and finish out this segment. We talk about George Soros, and I said it. George Soros.
Shit. Now we're all going to die.
We're all going to die. Just so you know, Dominion has key contracts with a company called Smartmatic.
It's taken, by the way.
It is taken, right? Yeah, Smartmatic, who actually are the ones that manufacture that Dominion voting machine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, full circle, and that's the corruption here, guys. I think it's you know what? The information realm that we live in, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you can't hide anything. Everything is forever. There was a time where you had the Book of Secrets, right? You had to go into a library, like the Library of Congress, and you had to look it up in a book.
Yeah.
Now, it's everywhere. When the CIA, the FBI, the National Security, like all of those, when that information is out on Wikipedia, if that happens, then nothing is sacred, right? Nothing is. No. Okay, so
once it's out on the web.
So I guess where I'm going with this is
free for all.
Like you got somebody like Hillary Clinton. 30,000 plus emails just disappear. And I'll call Trump out on this as well. Like, when they were debating and everything, and if I'm president, you're going to jail. Whatever happened to all of that? Does that just stop?
They won't.
Whatever happened to Hunter's laptop?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it all disappears.
My point in bringing this up is that are we continuously setting ourselves up for this? So, like, these situations come up, and for example, your kid, right? Your kid does something. They write on the wall. Don't write on the wall, right? Okay, they write on the wall again. You're kind of like, hey, don't write on the wall. You're like, all right, they write on the wall again. You almost become desensitized to it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it happens over to a point.
You don't think, so let me ask you this. You don't think that if Donald Trump got a second term, he would go hard at the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation?
You know what? I think...
And Epstein.
I'd hate to think...
Epstein's girlfriend
I want to say yes, Steve, but at the same time, I want to say I'd hope to think that his number one priority would be running the country and not going for redemption. But in all fairness, there needs to be consequences, bro. Perjury is perjury.
Well, but that's the thing.
You cannot do this and have no consequences.
We're talking about treason.
Bro,
when you cut it back, we're talking about treason.
Yes, they'd put a bullet in your head. Back in the day, they would put a bullet in the back of your head for doing it.
I honestly believe that if my personal opinion, I believe if Trump gets a second term, which I truly believe will happen,
Yep.
I could be wrong, but I honestly believe that he's going to go hard at the Clintons. He's going to go hard at a lot of people.
The problem is a lot of these people don't know what's going on. Like that information that you just sent in those audio videos and stuff, mainstream media.
How do people not know
is
that?
not because mainstream media is not airing it.
CNN is not playing that.
I'm telling you, like, you know,
CNN, Fox, all these places. Fox a little bit. They'll play a snippet and that's
Fox.
it. But mainstream media,
Dude,
like your ABCs, NBCs, they're not playing it.
And I'll tell you what.
So people don't know about it.
I don't use Google anymore. I
it's
don't research with. I used to use Google to research all my stuff for the show.
Yeah.
But I found that I couldn't find information that I was looking for. Like even if I saw something, or I heard something, I'm like, oh, I remember seeing that. Let me go find that clip or that video so that I can use it on the show. And then Google won't show it to me. So I'm using like that DuckDuckGo. Like I'm trying different methods so that way I can try to find information that isn't filtered. But guys, Google owns the internet.
They do.
I'm telling you, like Google owns the internet.
Are you starting to feel like China?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Because that's what they do.
That's what this
they
is.
Censor. They censor the internet.
Bro, that's what this is. That's really what it is. We are living.
That's what you're going at.
I hate to tell you, but Google and Comcast own the world.
So are we talking about a communist, socialist country? Is that what it is? I mean, where else do you see what you see in the streets, man? People, dude, did you see that guy with the flamethrower in New York on top of the bus?
I sent you that.
Do you know what that was? He was filming a music video.
Oh, that's what it was all about.
He turned himself in. He turned himself into the police.
Really?
Yeah. Yes.
All he had to do is buy a $50 permit, and they would have let him do it.
I was going to say, listen, De Blasio would have been more than happy to give him a permit.
Who do you support? You support Black Lives Matter?
Yeah. Then,
your music video is going to feature what I painted on the street in front of Trump Plaza.
Yes. And so you can burn down a bus.
Here's your permit.
You can burn down a bus. Yeah, because the bus, there was flames all over the bus. It was
because he was shooting it down on the ground.
Yeah, he was shooting it everywhere. And it was, I got to look that up and see what it was. But it was a music video. He turned himself in. I don't know who
we got the Whistleblowers of America.
Oh, I like that one too. That was pretty good.
And then Steve Vivero says, your Disgruntled American Podcast.
That's good too.
I like that one.
That's good. Angry Portuguese American. There you go. It's good stuff, man. This is so much fun. I'm having a blast to it. I'm really enjoying this, man. I really am.
But yeah, people, your freedom is dwindling away little by little by little. Yeah. Look at you got your fact checkers on Facebook, Twitter,
for everything.
Right? Who's fact checking them?
Both of you. Both of you have it. When I'm going through your feed, you have posts that it comes up with fact checkers on both of you.
Right.
I don't know if you're aware of that, because I don't think we see our own. Like I don't think it shows it to you, but everybody else can see it.
But really? That's censoring.
Yes.
What you're saying. So First Amendment, I don't care if if I say something that's not right, if I say it's wrong, or if I'm making something up. It doesn't matter. My First Amendment right, I have that right to do that.
Yes.
So For me to go on Twitter and stuff, I shouldn't be censored because they think it's not true.
Yeah, but see, their whole argument, and I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is their argument is that you're on their platform, you have to play by their rues. There is no freedom of speech on Twitter,
and they're not a publishing company.
They're basically when you sign
Section 230, was it Section 230?
Yeah.
Section 230. They're protected.
When you sign that terms of service.
Yeah.
You're basically
That's when
saying,
this all started.
Yeah, you're basically saying that I'll play by your rules.
Yes.
Their rules can be whatever the hell they want because it's their platform.
I wish I had
but they're doing it on Google. Like you try to Google something, they're not allowing you to see it. But if you go on to other platforms, you can see it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Right. Google owns that platform. They can do whatever the hell they want with it.
And it's a shame.
It is a shame.
Mark Zuckerberg right now, obviously the Justice Department, they're doing the whole.
That was a joke. I watched that.
And they actually asked him one of the questions, and one of the questions was, does Facebook track its members? And Zuckerberg,
I don't know. We could talk after. We could talk about that after. That was his every answer.
I'll get back to you.
We could talk about this after.
Yeah, he actually said, he came out and said, he goes, no, it doesn't. And then he turned around and this guy actually mentioned the name of the company, SkyTel or whatever it is. And they say that they literally track every single thing that you do. Even when you're not on Facebook, the fact that you have Facebook installed on your device gives them the right to track you and everything that you do on your phone. It's literally like a symbiote. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's when you see the whale in the ocean and those sucker fish all over it, that's exactly what it is. They're literally sucking the life out of us, and we can't do anything about it.
No, because you're allowing it. Because if you sign the terms of service,
but
you sign that contract.
You know who I blame? I blame Section 230. Like that was the beginning of all this.
Yes.
When you told them that when you alleviated them of any responsibility then they're free to do whatever the hell they want. And that's exactly what they're doing.
But the problem with getting rid of 230 at this point, it's going to have more ill effects than it will have good, if we're being honest. Because now, let's just take Parler for an example. Now you go on Parler and you write something. Doesn't matter what it is. You go on there, you write something. Now, Parler is subject to legal problems because of what you posted.
Yeah, but you know what I think? I think
and that's why nobody wants
what
that.
you posted hurt my feelings, so I'm suing Parler.
See that?
Because I saw
that's
that.
exactly the problem.
That's exactly what was going to go out.
Because now Parler becomes a publisher.
Okay.
So they're responsible for everything on their platform.
Okay,
even if you wrote it, it doesn't matter.
All right. So if I'm the Washington Post, right? If I'm the Washington Post or I'm Reuters or any of these, so if I write something that is completely untrue and has no validity whatsoever, I'm okay. Like there's no consequences for that, because if the Washington Post writes something that isn't true, don't they have to print a retraction, right?
Yeah.
That's what they have to do, because
the damage is done.
The damage is done, but they still have to print a retraction. How is it that you allow Twitter and Facebook again? If Twitter and Facebook want to be what they claim to be, and that is not a publisher and then just a content provider, then why are you fact checking? Because once you fact check, now you've become a publisher, right? Because now you're taking my information and you're assuming responsibility and saying that whatever I just said is either true or not true. As an adult, as a user of your platform, I know for a fact, Twitter, you got to be, I think, 13 years old to have a Twitter account. And then, of course, obviously 18 to consume any adult content that's on there. Don't you allow people to be responsible for that? At what point do we alleviate not only us, but our young people from any responsibility whatsoever? Listen, man, if my kid does something stupid on Twitter, there are consequences for that.
Right.
Like, that's the way I look at it. Like, if you do something stupid, you pay the consequences. In this case, Twitter can do whatever the fuck it wants, and it has no consequences. There is no way, shape, or form that you can do or say anything. A guy like me, you, Steve, Joe, guys, we can retweet and post whatever we want. Do you know why we do it? Do you know why I do it? Because for me, it's entertainment, and I like to share information with you guys. Do I think for 1 second that 1 million people are going to see what I posted, or 1 million people are going to retweet what I posted?
One day.
I hope so, man. I hope so, bro.
No, but see, here's again. So it all comes down. They can do whatever the hell they want.
They can, yes.
Because but see, here's the thing. In order for us to not allow them to do whatever the hell they want to do on their platform, we have to get rid of 230.
Yep. Yes, I agree. I agree.
But if we get rid of 230, we're going to lose all these platforms.
Why can't it just exist? Why does it have to? My point is, why does the government have to get involved? Why does it have to be restrictions?
Because you got those idiots. Why you have to put caution hot on your coffee cup?
But listen,
because people are idiots.
If I agree to a terms of agreement, right? If I agree to that terms of agreement at the beginning of that, where I'm actually giving you permission to track me and track my information, what's the difference? What's it matter? Right? Why can't I assume the responsibility for the content that I post? And you know what, Twitter? If you find...
Because they can't go after millions of people.
Here's a perfect
example. They're going to go after a platform.
For example, we played Metallica today, right? YouTube, if I want to post the beginning of this on YouTube, within 30 seconds, I get an email with a rejection notice. I can't post it on YouTube. Why? Because of the DRM. The digital rights management. Somehow they figure out that I played Metallica on my podcast, and they don't allow me to play that. So you're going to tell me that there isn't a way that they can just say, hey, listen, if somebody posts something on there that is extremely hurtful, something that you wouldn't say in a supermarket, then maybe, you know what, maybe it's okay to get rid of it. You know what I mean?
But how do you enforce that?
Because you know what, I believe that morally as human beings, there is a line, bro. You know,
absolutely.
There's a difference in calling somebody a black person, and there's a difference in calling somebody an N-word. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So to me, that's the clear line right there. If you refer to someone, hey, listen, as that.
See, that's the thing, though, dude. You see things like I see things, like Joe sees things.
Yep.
You see them in black and white.
Yep.
Right. And I'm with you. I'm the same exact way.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But the problem is, you're trusting the same people that are burning Seattle.
Yeah, man.
Beating the shit out of Trump supporters in Washington.
Yeah.
Burning shit down. They're burning down a Wendy's because some dude got shot by the cops.
Dude, Lori Lightfoot.
What did Wendy's have to do with any of it?
Wendy's had nothing
to do
so
with
these
it.
are the same people that you're trusting to see that black and white line. And dude, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, but can't like the Jack Dorseys of the world, like you hire the smartest people to work for your company. Like you work for Twitter. Hey, I work at Twitter. Tick, 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 right? I'm behind a keyboard all day and I'm just looking at posts, right? And if I see something that is offensive, that doesn't look right, then you know what? Maybe it goes to a couple of people that look at it and say, you know what? Maybe 3 steps. And you know what? By the 3rd step, you know what? This is not.
Dude, you know how many tweets there are in the world?
Yeah, but you know what? They're doing it now. Dude, bro, they're doing it. Every single tweet.
now they're looking for specific words.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, but that's my point. Is you do the same algorithm for everything.
Right.
Like if that word is in the algorithm, that post is immediately flagged, and somebody looks at it and goes, you know what, this is okay. It's out of context.
It was just
you know
like 9/11 happened.
Yeah, right.
They put that algorithm in it.
Yeah.
Anybody tweeting, anybody doing anything that the word bomb,
they would
boom,
track
it flagged.
Yeah, they did.
Text
You're
messages,
right.
everything.
That's right. I forgot about that, Joe.
Yeah.
It's freaking brilliant. I remember that.
Text messages, everything.
I remember that.
Guy.
That was like the NSA. That was like the very beginning of that. And everybody was like the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
It was the Patriot Act where we were like, take what you want. My underwear, here, you can have it. Like it was you take, if you're going to catch the terrorists, right? The people that will do anything. We were ready and we were willing to give away all our freedoms.
So you know how people ask you, like, where was the beginning of the end?
Yeah.
You can never really answer that question
Right,
because
right.
I think it started.
Keeps on evolving.
Dude, I think it happened years and years ago. But I think you just brought up a really good point. I think 9/11,
Yep.
American people, for the good of the cause,
Gave up everything.
we gave up the world.
That was it, bro.
And that
was
to
it.
me, that was the beginning
That's the moment. Yep.
of the end.
Yep.
Because we gave up all our rights.
Clear and present danger.
Dude, I mean, literally, you're getting strip searched in an airport.
Yes. Okay, that's okay. Take my shoes off.
Absolutely.
Take
Dude,
my
whatever
shoes
you
off.
need.
Whatever you want.
Oh,
Yes,
you need
ma'am.
to cut my balls?
Yep,
Okay,
there you go.
no problem.
Yeah, you need to grab my sack. yeah, right. Remember the people? Like people getting groped, right? And it was that's
Still
okay.
do.
Yeah, they still do. They still do it.
Still do.
And it's okay.
And I think that was the beginning of the end. We
Yes,
gave up
yes,
everything
yes,
for
yes.
safety.
If I told you
Now,
Steve, in order for you to go to
There's no safety.
in order for you to go on your dream vacation, somebody's going to have to grab you by the sack before you get on a plane. Are you okay with it?
Yes.
Just great, because you want to make
yes,
sure
because I need a vacation.
that, and I want to make sure that the guy behind me isn't packing some kind of stupid, ridiculous bomb in his crotch. You know what I mean? It's like so. Again, there it is. That I'm willing to give it up because I want to know that the collective in the plane is going to be safe. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing to me, though, right? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking
You're
about
not
it.
wrong, bro. You're not wrong.
No,
bro.
but maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. So here's the thing, right? I'm okay with having to have my balls cupped at the airport
Yes.
by some random stranger before I get on the plane so that nobody can
Yes.
blow it out of the sky.
Yes.
But at the same time, we gave up our rights to privacy. Like,
Yeah,
dude, even
yeah,
in your
yeah,
house,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
We talked about this last
Yes,
time we were
yes,
here, right?
yeah.
Like,
Yes.
dude, you walk around your house
Yes.
and you know,
Yeah.
I'm talking to my wife about whatever, water,
Yeah.
right? Or
There it is.
Or like
There it is.
Alexa.
Alexa.
all of a sudden, dude,
Alexa
all
and
of a
Siri.
sudden, I'm going through my Instagram page and here's advertisements for Poland Spring and Nestle.
Listening.
What the
AI,
fuck?
man.
Like, dude,
AI.
why?
That's the
Like, dude,
algorithm,
we
bro.
gave up.
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
There's a certain bit of privacy that I'm willing to give up for the safety of the country, but there has to be a limit to that.
Perspective, bro. Your phone knows you better than your mom, your dad, your brother.
Knows you
your
better than
sister.
yourself.
Knows you better than yourself, brother. Yep. They actually said, I was kind of scrolling through TikTok the other day. Of course, go follow TikTok, Bobby Kudo Show. And the guy actually said the algorithm in TikTok, they say the reason why people are addicted to TikTok is because the algorithm is literally built in a design to upset you and then enlighten you, therefore increasing the amount of dopamine your brain produces. So you'll see, as you scroll through TikTok, it's going to show you things that might upset you at first, and then all of a sudden you'll do another swipe, and the next one it's a cute puppy,
There's
rolling
only
over.
two things that interest me on TikTok, and I don't even have TikTok. I get it somehow through the freaking Reels and Instagram, right?
Yeah.
There's two things that interest me.
Yeah.
The Bobby Kudo Show,
My man.
and then dogs.
Dogs.
Dude, that's it. I look. Girl dancing, don't care. Oh, look at the puppy. Oh, right, and he's singing some stupid
There
song.
it is. The dopamine. The dopamine.
Hey, wake up! And I'm like, dude, this is awesome. I could watch this thing 100 times, right? And then I swipe, and it's some dude. I don't know, he's doing something stupid. Swipe. Oh, another dog, and I watch it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
people
literally
are making $1 bazillion on TikTok, man. They really are making. But by the same token, it was funny. I was kind of scrolling through TikTok at the Bobby Kudo Show, and It was a farmer. It was a farmer on there, right? It was shameless plug. There was a farmer on there, and the farmer was saying, he goes, I don't know what happened with TikTok, but once I got to 100,000 followers, they just stopped sharing my content. Like they stopped.
Oh, you better not get that popular.
See what I'm saying? So
I don't know what this means. TikTok is for the
birds.
For the birds.
For the birds. There you go. Caw, caw, caw. Well, guys, in all fairness, I'm trying
we got Big Nelly just jumped in.
Welcome in, Nelson.
You just missed about
better
50
late than
minutes
never,
of it.
right?
Yeah, I guess I guess he made it. He made
highlight of it.
He made it. He made it. Welcome, Nelson. Welcome.
So my wife thinks she's funny.
What you got?
She's like, yeah, right. You're swiping dancing girls.
Speaking of your wife, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Are you having family come over? Are you canceling?
No, we canceled Thanksgiving.
Did you cancel it? Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Because dude, COVID's dangerous.
So you cancel it?
No,
well, you can have 10 people.
I was going to say, listen, did you cancel Thanksgiving the way you left Facebook? Because that means it's Thanksgiving time. You know what I mean?
Dude.
You know what I mean?
Hey, guys, I left Facebook. Hey, I'm back. Hey, guys, I left Facebook. I'm back.
I actually congratulate. I'm like, Steve, congratulations, brother. I'm so proud of you, man.
Because of you two. You know why I'm back? Because of you two idiots. Because every time you're like, oh, I put this on there and I did this and I'm like,
Steve, I sent you a link. You're a co-host.
Listen, dude, if we're doing this, right? If we're doing this second podcast,
so you see it.
Then I gotta, dude. I don't want to, but I will.
There it is.
Twitter's going.
Nelson.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
We have our own podcast. You missed that.
There you go. Yeah, you missed
beginning.
that part. Yeah, man. Just a heads up.
So us three right here. We're gonna start our own.
That's it.
Podcast.
We're gonna do it. And you know what? Anybody wants to hit us up? Right now, hit me up at the Bobby Kudo Show. Obviously, TikTok, Facebook, Parler, of course, Twitter, and send us your ideas, guys. If you guys got some topics you want us to talk about on the show, by all means, we'd love to build it and cater it to obviously what the audience wants to hear. Because
how about the audience? What are you guys doing for your Thanksgiving? I hear some people are doing Zoom.
In all fairness, typically it's my mom, my uncle, my wife, my kids. So my uncle's not coming, obviously, and so so really
as long as if you're not drinking.
Yeah, my daughter will be here. My son and actually my daughter's friend will be here as well, and that's pretty much it. It's just going to be us. I think 6 people. I think that's what we. My brother's not coming. My brother works at a nursing home. Shout out, brother Lou. He works at a nursing home, and COVID is rampant there. He's
what you can do if you really wanted to have more people here. Just put a sign out at the end of your driveway. Chaz.
They can come here. Oh, dude,
anybody can come here. It's a celebration.
It's a free celebration.
That would be a protest.
It is.
Exactly.
It would
call it a protest.
It would be the winter of love, right? To match the summer of love, right?
Well, Biden said it was going to be what? What did he say it was going to be this winter?
The dark winter.
Yeah.
The dark winter, right?
Just so you guys know, the Disgruntled American Podcast is not taken. Just so you know.
Really?
Yeah. I just looked it up.
I like that.
Nothing came up.
I like that. Guys, you like that? The audience, they must have a comment on that, right?
I think it was
Steve.
I lost it because I lost Facebook, but now I'm back. But
so you know what? I didn't have a chance to get. I recorded the clip. It's on my phone. But Raimundo, did you guys have a chance to catch Raimundo? So she's actually done it. She did it. Like she not if or when. She actually did it.
Going back to March.
She implemented it and added right after Thanksgiving.
COVID-19 is so serious that we're putting it off a week, though.
Yes.
We're not going to start this until after Thanksgiving.
Monday after Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to give you a little leeway.
2 weeks.
So does that mean like if you live in Rhode Island you can have as many people as you want over because
right now, because you're going to quarantine in 2 weeks
anyway. So like I'm all in, right? Let's party. Let's get crazy. And listen, my brother lives in Rhode Island, so his house is big enough. We should just go over there and just party, right? Guys, do we understand what we're talking about here?
This is what I don't even think. Right? Dude, these are the people we voted to office.
I can't believe it.
It is so bad.
I can't believe it.
It is so bad. I don't like the way. I think her exact thing was like, I don't like the way it's going.
She had a chart.
I sent it to you. So she says.
But how did she word it? We're
she wanted to calm the. What did she want to do?
It was something
slow
like
the surge.
Slow the surge. But
we're
going to slow the surge in a week and a half.
Right. Right. The day immediately.
Because she ain't going to do it. She ain't going to do it this week because she knows everybody's going to rebut against it and go to Thanksgiving regardless because everybody's fed up.
Do you know how many restaurants in Rhode Island are never going to open again.
I mean, this is crazy.
And I'm going to be...
This is
Massachusetts next.
Yeah.
That's what I was
We're
just going to
next.
say, Joe.
It's coming.
Joe, that was on the tip of my tongue. I swear to God. Massachusetts, dude, Baker, he's not far behind. He's going to shut this thing down.
he's going to shut down.
Yeah.
He's going to shut down. Yeah, he's going to
It's only
absolutely
a matter
shut
of
down.
time.
Yep.
And then everybody, please go out and get your toilet paper and your paper towels.
And that's what they're doing now.
I know.
Just for shits and giggles, guys.
Nelson, who the hell are you talking to?
I went on Amazon. Toilet paper sold out.
Gone.
You can't get toilet paper on Amazon. I just did it for shits and giggles.
Why are we going back?
it was
Why are we
just-
going backwards?
Dude, I
Do
just
people
saw...
not know these stores stay open? Please,
right.
just go get your package of toilet paper, wipe your ass, and then go get it more when you need it.
That's it.
There's
No,
no need to
Yeah,
hoard.
I just saw a video on this.
Put it
Dude,
in your room.
I just watched the video. People beating the shit out of themselves.
Come on,
beating the shit
man.
out of each other at Walmart.
How crazy
for
is
toilet
that?
paper.
Fucking toilet
It's
paper.
stupid.
I'm like, yep, keep
Toilet
buying
paper.
it.
Toilet
Keep
paper.
buying it.
Toilet
Keep
paper.
buying it. I know exactly where to go get it. Like, dude, how stupid can you be?
Hey,
I love
listen,
it. It's amazing to me, bro. And we keep falling into this rigmarole. And guys, this is leading up to the vaccine. That's where this
That's
is
what I
all,
was just about to ask.
This is where it's going, guys. This, and I posted it on Instagram. If you guys noticed, will you get the? It was two questions. Is will you get the vaccine? Was my first question, and my second question was, would you get the vaccine if you're forced to get the vaccine? In other words, your employer says that you can't return to work unless you get it. And I'm going to tell you that 90% of the people, 90% of the people said no when they were told, "Do you want to get it?" And then when they were forced to, 90% said yes, that they would because they're forced by their job. So two things there.
You can't force me to do
well,
shit.
the thing, right, and you're absolutely correct. So I think, are people just avoiding the conflict, or people actually giving up? It's, you know what I mean? Because if I say yes, I'm going to do it just because my boss says I can't go to work unless I get the COVID vaccine.
The thing is like, we're not going to get access to that vaccine until probably next year.
Yeah,
next April, May, because this vaccine is going to go out to all the elderly.
That's Biden's
nurses.
vaccine you're talking about?
First.
Biden's vaccine?
No.
Well,
He's already taking credit for it.
Yeah, warp speed.
well, yeah.
Warp speed. They said,
And they're literally trying to say that
Warp speed,
warp
military.
speed.
Military.
No. Wait a minute.
No.
Pfizer and Moderna. Everybody is literally saying that they were not part of warp speed.
What?
Yep.
They
didn't
are
take
literally
no government
saying
funding.
They did not take, even though
They did.
They are literally listed.
Yeah.
Pfizer took $1.9 billion for this vaccine.
Yeah, but
they are
they don't
not
wanna
part
give
of
no
warp
credit.
speed.
They can't do anything without the government approving it. So that's irrelevant. I mean, the government still has to approve the hard work and
Government.
effort.
You mean CDC and FDA?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What government?
I know, right?
Because
Seriously.
according to CDC, they just came out and said no travel for Thanksgiving.
No travel for Thanksgiving. Like what?
Last I checked, I didn't know CDC ran
Right.
the country.
Yeah.
But apparently they do.
Yeah.
Well, we're
They have that
we're
control.
allowing them to.
They have that
That's
control.
the difference.
Yeah.
We are Cuomo. That's what I meant to tell you before with Cuomo, right? When you played that stupid clip that I
Yeah.
want to punch him in the face for.
Yeah.
You heard him. It's the law. No, it's
the
not
law.
the law.
It's the law.
It's a goddamn mandate
law. That's
that
what he
you
said.
put in place.
It's the law.
I mean, last I knew, state constitutions, not one of them in the 50 states, not one of them says that any mandate that the governor passes is a law.
No, it's not.
It's a goddamn mandate.
He said law.
Brooklyn and Queens?
He said law, guys.
Can we
I know.
close the schools?
But it's not.
Don't you remember that?
I can't stand this guy.
Okay, so don't you? So
Check
what are
this
you
out.
talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You're now going to override.
Listen.
We did it already. That's the law.
He
in
talks
our
about
zone,
other
the red
people's
zone.
tone. He
Right.
literally,
That's the
at the
law.
beginning of
The
that
facts.
clip, told the guy,
Yeah.
I don't
Well, then you're
appreciate your
confused.
tone.
Yeah.
Are you
Yes.
shitting me right now?
Parents are still confused as well. The schools
Oh,
in
they're
New York
not
City
confused.
tomorrow.
This guy
You're
can't get
confused.
voted back in.
Read the law.
But he will, because it's New
Read
York.
the law.
He will.
Idiots.
And so will Bill de Blasio.
Yeah, but they're all leaving. Everybody's leaving New York.
Yeah, they're
Who's
all
left
going to
behind?
Florida.
Schools
Who's going to want to stay there?
by
And bring
state law.
their liberal minds down to Florida.
Dude, you couldn't pay me to live in New York City on a good day. Never mind
I
now.
love it when he freaks out. I love it. This is my
Well,
favorite.
I don't really care what you think.
I don't care. I don't care what you think. I only work for
course,
you, but I don't
you
care.
agree with
I'm
me,
gonna go
because
into
it's
work
your
tomorrow,
business.
and I'm gonna walk up to my boss, and I'm gonna say,
schools by
I don't care what
state
you
law.
think.
Right? Right.
How's that going to work out
Right.
for me?
Hey, Steve, listen, I need you to go to the 184 Stetson Street, and I need you to go repair this job.
Yeah.
Right, what do you think?
I don't care what you think.
Oh, well, guess what?
Why don't you go home?
Guess what? Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what's
We'll
going to happen.
give you a call and we'll let you know what-
HR will call you in the morning. Yeah, we'll give you a call.
We'll let you know where to drop off your van.
Listen, this guy Cuomo gives himself a $25,000 raise.
Bam, right, man, you're
Dude,
on it.
in the middle of this.
The
He
highest
just did
paid
it.
governor
He
in the
just-
United States.
He just did it. He just did
And
it.
the, and
In
the
the
people
middle of this.
And the
Yes.
people that are in New York
Yes.
have no jobs, suffering.
Yep.
But yet he gives himself
Yep.
a $25,000 raise.
Yeah.
What kind of piece of shit is that?
That's totally.
Dude,
yeah,
he
yeah,
just
yeah,
shut
yeah,
down.
yeah.
New
That's
York
a slap in the face to
Homeless.
all the New
Everybody.
Yorkers.
New York City
Everybody.
literally just shut down their school system again. Literally.
Yep.
Of course they're open. 2 hours after that press conference,
Closed.
they closed down the school system. And now he gives himself a pay raise.
A pay raise.
So all these restaurants, all these businesses that are
Closing
closing,
everything. Dude, the homelessness.
prick is
People
giving himself a raise.
homeless. We're
And they'll vote him
defunding
back
the
in.
police,
Yep.
homelessness in the streets. Dude, literally.
he's fighting
And
the
he'll
police.
blame it on
city-
everybody else.
Of course he will. The
He
city,
is fighting the police right now. He's
the
fighting
state,
NYPD.
Not even the city.
all the
state.
sheriffs in New York
They all
are
said no. They
refusing
refused.
to enforce
But even-
Yes.
the mandates.
Yes.
But even NYPD, so he's saying, I read a quote from him today about how can you expect the NYPD officers to enforce the mask mandate if they themselves are not wearing masks?
Right, none of them are though. But it's do as I say, don't do as I do, right? Because that's really been the MO. You go to Pelosi at the hairdresser, and what's his name there at the restaurant this week? What the hell's his name? The governor there. Somebody help me out. I mean, he was actually at a restaurant with like 12 people, no mask on.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. What the hell's his name? Governor something. I can't even remember his name.
Gavin Newsom.
There it is.
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom. Yeah, so.
Newsom, yeah. From
Yes, and then
from
he apologized.
California.
I'm very
Birthday
sorry.
party.
I'm very sorry.
Laughing the whole time. Yeah.
I'm very sorry. Very sorry.
Very
Again,
sorry.
like Pelosi. Again, these people believe that they are on a higher level than us. That's the bottom line here. These are people that are not. They don't think for 1 second that they're at our level.
We're beneath them.
Yeah, they are on the mountain looking down upon us, making these decisions.
Well, you heard Nancy
know what I mean?
Pelosi saying, what was it in a conference? We've done
Yep.
more for the people.
Yep.
We've
Yep.
done more for the people. You have done nothing for the people.
It's
We know
that
the
was
people.
with who was that on at CNN?
Wolf
Blitzer.
Blitzer. Wolf Blitzer.
We've
yeah.
done
know
more
the
for the
people.
people. We
We
know.
feed the
We've
people.
been there.
We feed them, she said. We
Yeah.
feed them.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny. You go back to Roman times and Caesar, and it was the Senate, where the Senate came to Caesar and they told Caesar, Caesar, the people are dying of the plague. And Caesar says, have we embraced our people? And he turns to him and says, have you ever embraced a person with the plague? No. Why? Because you'll get the plague, right? So the higher powers here, they're not embracing the people down at the bottom, the homeless people in New York, these people that are Oregon, right? Where you can legally shoot up heroin and do whatever the hell you know what I mean? Like there's no, so this is the world that we live in, and this is the narrative that they create. At some point, what are you going to do if this continues? Like, what's the next step? At what point, Steve, I know you're looking at me. At what point does it not matter what you, I know you come to me and I say, Steve, if someone came to your house right now and they said, give me all your firearms. Right, we demand. We have a stay right now. We are here with legal documents to take every firearm that you own. At that, like, I know what you're going to say, and I'm going to ask you, what would you do at that point?
They better have a fucking gun with them. They better have a lot of guns
Right,
with
a lot
them.
of guns. Right, most people would be that way. Like, you're not going to come to my home and you're not going to take my freedoms. Right, but isn't that what we're doing when we don't invite our family to our home for Thanksgiving? Like, again, I know there's a COVID argument there, but I double down on that, guys. Listen, at some point, we have to continue with our existence. There are certain things. Right. We are social creatures, guys.
Exactly.
We are social creatures.
Right. We're meant to socialize.
We are meant to socialize. And there are these really special events. You know what? Already, we work too many days and don't have enough off. I believe that. Mm-hmm. When you work 5 and only have 2 off, there's an imbalance there. So you have a couple of holidays that are really, really important to a lot of people. And it's the ones, I believe, the people that have lost loved ones appreciate it a little bit more because they remember, hey, remember those Thanksgivings where we had 22 of us? You know, it was uncles, cousins. Everybody was, right? There's so many
Best
people.
best times of your life.
Yeah, look, the table was so big, right, with C12, and there was still the kids' table, right? Because everybody couldn't fit on one table, right? Like that's what I remember. And obviously the years go on and people separate and do their own thing, and the families and the gatherings get smaller. But even now, I invite, there are people that are going to be in my house for Thanksgiving. I invite you guys to my house for Thanksgiving. Like, come and enjoy Thanksgiving with us. I'm I'm practicing. I got a mask. I do what I can to prevent it, but I will not, and I go on record and say it, I'm not going to stop my life, guys. I'm not going to stop this. I'm not going to, it's not going to happen where we're not going to sit here and record a podcast or enjoy these moments because, quite honestly, guys, it's the one fucking reason I have to go to work. For that, I'm not going to work. Why the hell am I going to work?
Listen,
Right.
The beginning of this whole virus, everybody was scared shit. And nobody knew what it was about.
Nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew.
We all know what it's
Right.
about.
Yep. Nobody knew.
Then again, here we go. Back to the vaccine. Why do I have to take a vaccine where the death rate of this virus is at 99.98%?
Yeah,
the survival rate.
Yes.
99.98%.
Yep.
But I got to take a vaccine that's 95%.
So for those of you who don't know, I'm just off you. There are 326 million people that live in the United States. 326 million. 250,000, they're saying, are the ones. If you do the math in that, what's the percentage, really, honestly? And I'm not that, guys, like in Trump's words, one is too many, right? Like he kept saying that, one is too many. And in this case, it is. At what point do we say to ourselves, look, the flu, we live with the flu every day. We live with pneumonia. People die of pneummonia almost every single day.
Steve over here spraying his
I know.
his Rona.
Is it COVID over there, man? Is that a little COVID?
Dude,
we got COVID.
You need to put some plexiglass over here.
I'm going to hang it.
No, just have a plexiglass over here so the COVID can't go around it.
Can't go around
or
it.
go over it because this is the smartest virus ever.
Keep it up. I'm going to go over there and blow in your face.
I like it when you blow in my ear.
I got the ear purifier, so we're good, man.
Good to go.
We're good to go. We got the HEPA pure air fryer. Listen, so just again, I'm just really talking about the Thanksgiving holiday. Does this mean, okay, so if we're going to do this for Thanksgiving, what's going to happen for Christmas? That's where I'm going with
They've
this.
already said it.
That's where I'm going with this.
They've already said it.
You're going to go around this merry-go-round again.
Yeah, so what happens? Who wins in all this? Amazon? Because now I'm not going to visit you to bring you a gift, so what am I going to do?
Ship it to you.
I'm going to ship it to you.
It comes in a box.
Right?
No, if I'm not
You don't have to wrap it.
Jeff Bezos, man, $181 billion. He's worth $181 billion.
His stock is going to shit, though.
Yeah, but still, dude, when you're worth $181 billion, and honestly, guys, quite honestly, what is he doing for the world? What is that guy doing for anybody? Like, what is he doing? Is he doing
What are you
anything?
talking about, dude? Half of this fucking room came in from Amazon.
You're right. You're absolutely crazy.
So what's he doing for this world? He's giving us a goddamn podcast with style.
Dude, it is nice in there, isn't it, guys?
It is.
Right?
Except for your target practice over there.
That's pretty nice. Look, Justin's been looking at you all night.
Why has he got a fucking
He's
sit
been
next
looking
to
at
you?
right there.
You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for the audience.
No, turn this bitch around. I don't want this bitch looking at me.
Yeah, I'm going to do it for the audience.
Target practice.
There you go. Look.
Beeps.
That's for the audience right there.
The magic right there. That's the magic.
And that's, guys, and if you didn't notice, that's
happens.
my Christmas sweater right
That's the
there.
magic right there.
Look at that.
Oh, you're right, Nelson. That's right. We're safe until 9:59 today.
That's it. Yeah, right, 10 o'clock is when
Oh
it comes
shit!
out, right?
We're gonna get pulled over on the way home.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they can
Yeah.
kiss my ass.
We're gonna go to jail.
No, you're good, because you know what? I'll write you a note that you were on the Bobby Kudo Show podcast. So
Well, we're essential.
you are, that's what I'm saying. This
We're
is
essential.
Oh shit! That's right.
You're
We are.
essential. You're essential. You run the Comcast. You just say you were at a service call.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Right? Why not?
Truck.
You should have. Because you'd be incognito. They would never know they would pull you over. Right?
No,
So-
I got
a contractor.
I
Guys,
got
you
a
take-
letter. I got a letter that says I'm
You guys have
essential.
friends, right?
That
You guys-
expired.
You guys
They
have
haven't
friends
given
with
us a
cops.
new one.
Guys, you know cops, right? You're friends with cops. There's no cops out there pulling people over. I mean, I can't imagine, right? Seriously, right? You got to be a total douche. Like, yeah,
Dude,
obviously, there
cops
are.
aren't even pulling people over for shit they should be.
At this point, right,
Never mind
right,
for something
right.
stupid.
You just go at the intersection of Brock Ave and Ronnie French,
Party.
and
It's a party.
it's just one big smoke fest.
Wow, man.
Cops ain't doing nothing over there.
No, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? You're going to put yourself in that kind of situation,
No,
right?
dude, everything they do now is wrong. So
Yeah.
you do something, you end up in. Dude,
The
you're
world
gonna-
is
you're-
upside down.
Dude, you're
How
going to be
crazy
famous.
What's right
is
is
that?
right. What's right is wrong, and
How
what's wrong
crazy
is
is
right.
that? Did you?
That's why I'm telling you, man, people
Listen,
need to learn to
never
protect
in my
themselves.
life-
Because the police are
Yeah.
not, at any point in time, they weren't going to be there to help you, especially now. You need to do it yourself.
Never in my life. I tell you guys, never in my life did I ever think that this.
I gotta move to Florida.
You think? Everybody seems
Hey.
happy. Dude, Dougie's in Florida, he's happy. Victor De Silva's in Florida, he's happy. Like everybody in Florida. Did Victor join the show today? He usually does. He usually joins the show. I wonder
I
if he's
can't
there.
see who's on there.
Shout out to Vic, man.
didn't comment.
Out and Dougie too, man, out in Florida. Dude, Dougie's in Miami, works for the what is it, the Hard Rock Cafe Casino. Look, living the dream.
Did
Living the dream.
you see what the governor of Florida is trying to pass?
He's a great man.
He's
Great man.
You loot or riot any store, that store owner has the right to shoot you.
There you go. Done. They do it in Rhode Island. You know that? Rhode Island, the law in Rhode Island, because remember they were robbing lobster pots and everything else. Rhode Island passed a law. If they caught you, they have the right to shoot you. If you're stealing somebody's lobster pots.
The difference is, in Florida, you won't get prosecuted. In Rhode Island,
you will.
Because just think about Massachusetts. Massachusetts is a castle doctrine state.
Yes, so you can protect your castle, right? That's the idea behind it, right?
If you do it, good luck. So I'm actually going to put a plug in
See
here.
what I'm saying?
If you are a gun owner, you should definitely get carry insurance.
There you go.
I kept
Who should they get? Not the NRA.
No, definitely not the NRA.
What do you
Gold?
get? Is it gold that carries yours?
No.
What is it?
United States Concealed Carry
Oh, you got one of those things?
Association.
Look at that.
No. Your wallet. I need
the
a new
clip.
wallet. I've been
I
looking.
ain't giving you my
I ain't
wallet.
gonna take
I ain't
your crap.
trust you.
Look at that. Look at that wad, man.
Right?
Yeah, what?
What the hell?
Let's go to the
A
strip
wad
club.
of credit cards. That's what it is.
Not even credit
How do you
cards.
like this?
Were you in
I'm
Huddle-
afraid to lose this.
Were you in Huddleston?
I
you were over
like
in Huddleston Avenue? Were you at Huddleston Avenue? Is that where you were?
It's not there anymore.
Is it gone, really?
Dude, they're building it into something else now. I don't know what.
Yes,
but it's not a strip show.
Brandon Frazier, U.S. CCA.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's my godson.
Yeah.
He knows it.
Dude, you know what?
What does that cost? What do you pay for that?
So
You can pay for the lifetime, right?
No, you have. It's yearly. There's different. There's like basic. There's
You might go to jail.
no.
You might not go to jail. You definitely go to jail.
That extra $20 a month you could have paid or could have got your ass out of
No,
jail.
See that? Right?
So we're doing a completely free plug here.
Right.
So and I have nothing to do with it. 'cause
Nelson
I-
De Silva, $47 a month.
And that covers you
There's
for
all right. There's different levels.
All right.
All the levels give you the same legal protection. The difference is they also offer training and like videos and all that stuff to learn more.
Yeah.
So you get. It doesn't matter what.
So you got like kind of get a membership as well.
It's basically what it is.
Like
It's
a
a membership
membership
to a club, but part of that pays for carry insurance, and it doesn't matter what level you pick. You're gonna get the same, dude. That from the minute you get arrested, right on the back of the card, it tells you do not talk to the police. Call 911.
Yeah. So shut the fuck up.
Call 911.
Don't say what happened.
Yeah.
Call 911. Call the 800 number on the back of the card.
Yeah.
When the police show up, tell them I am more than willing to cooperate, but not until my lawyer's here, and that's all you say.
That's it.
And then
Yeah, because you have that right.
dude,
you have that
from
right.
that,
You
from
have
the,
that right.
They pay
now.
They pay to bond you out.
No, right. Seriously.
So they pay to bond you out. They pay for the lawyer. If there's ever,
Do you know anybody who's ever used it? Do you know anybody who's ever had to use it?
Because personally,
it
no.
doesn't have to be. I mean, I wouldn't imagine it doesn't have to be a situation where you're actually pulling the trigger. It could be like, I'm in my car, somebody sees me. Okay, not me. I'm not going to use me as the example. But you know what? The perfect example is that video. That video where that dude saw the other dude in the car, and then he pulled out his gun and he shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody got shot in that case, but he still pulled the trigger, and obviously the police looked for him. He would have to go and turn himself in. At that point, I would imagine, would they help you, or would they say, "Listen, you were being a douchebag, and we're not going to protect you"?
They absolutely. They say if you are breaking the law,
Yes.
they are not going to cover you. If you use, and it doesn't have to be a gun. It can be a knife. It can be any weapon. So it does. If you attack someone, like if you defend yourself with a hammer, they will still defend you for the as long as you were doing it in a law-abiding way. So you weren't the attacker. You were defending yourself. They will back you. And dude, from beginning to end, if there's a civil lawsuit,
gray area there, though, right, man? Because that would be my luck. It'd be some stupid situation where Steve's got the COVID over there.
Yeah, he's got the Rona. He's over there and he's blowing it towards me. Hey, man.
I'm choking on water. Believe it or not, I'm literally choking on water.
Just gonna call us
You got a mask? Shit.
Just gonna call us tomorrow.
Monday, I'm going to be like, freaking fever.
It's going to be some serious.
Let me go in getting a damn thing stuffed up my nose.
Hey, we'll both get 2 weeks.
So we just canceled Thanksgiving for Joe.
Damn it.
Hilarious, bro.
All right, hey, Mary, if you're listening right now, okay, I'm sorry if I can't show up. Can you Uber? Can you like Uber some turkey and mashed potatoes and stuff to my house, please?
Grubhub.
I got tears. I'm crying. I am literally crying.
Now, hey,
You know what? Forget it. I'm not telling you guys shit.
Can you Uber Eats? Can you Uber Eats me?
I need a Thanksgiving meal.
Uber Eats.
Now does that cover like insurance on your guns?
No.
No, that's a whole separate thing, right? Yeah. So if your house gets broken into, somebody steals your gun, you got insurance for that.
What I was starting to say is it doesn't matter what weapon. If there's a civil trial, they'll cover you there too, not just a legal trial, but like the.
I thought that's what Gold did for you. And
Gold is an association. They fight for legislation in the state.
They're lobbyists.
Kind of like the NRA.
Yeah,
That's exactly what they are. They're lobbyists. This is insurance. Yeah. So you
$47 a year, right? A month or a year?
A month.
Gee, that's a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing. So I paid it all up front. But
so you pay a year?
Yeah. So here's the thing. I paid just under $600.
Yeah.
But what happened is, if you buy a membership,
bitches better sponsor us, man.
You're really plugging,
right? Seriously.
So
I'm very interested though.
If you buy it, like if you get it, you can get it for your wife, the same coverage for your wife for half the price.
Oh,
so
okay.
I got it for me
like
and my
AAA.
wife.
Yeah. So the more members.
I got it for me and the wife, and it was just under $600.
Well, and even that, like, it's funny you mentioned that. I got my renewal card in the mail to renew my license to carry, and I don't know what state it was, but they actually tweeted out that they weren't going to be processing any license. So what happens? Do they extend the license? Or
so what happens is you go through I went through this. You go through the process. Once your license expires, as long as you submitted your form and all that, they'll see it in their database.
Yeah.
The only problem is until you get that license in the mail, your new one, you can't purchase any firearms or ammo.
So you can't carry either.
You can't. Well, yeah, you can carry.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, you can. That's
you can't.
That's what the police chief told me.
He lied to you.
He said you could carry. I said, what if I get pulled over and I have my weapon on me and I let the cop know? He goes, just show the cop your expired license.
Yeah.
Tell him that you renewed it. He'll go into the data. He can see in the computer system that you've renewed it.
No,
that's it.
He lied to you.
Imagine that poor bastard
He lied
getting
to you.
arrested.
Listen, dude, Goal has covered this extensively. Look it up on their
So
site.
in other words, you better you don't let your license expire.
No. There is a grace period. Okay, so your license. So this is in the state of Massachusetts. I don't know about anywhere else, but in Massachusetts, your license expired. You have to sit down and file for the new application. When you do that, they give you a receipt.
Pain in the freaking ass. It's such
So your expired license and that receipt will allow you to carry eternity until you get your new license. So if it takes them a year to get you your new license, you can carry for a year with that receipt and your expired license. Unless you have that receipt, once your license is expired, I believe you have, it's either 60 or 90-day grace period that you can still carry. But after that, you're shit out of luck.
That would suck. And the process sucks.
And dude,
It takes
and you
forever
would
to get your license.
and you, as a law-abiding citizen, would be the person that gets the 10-year federal charge for carrying an unlicensed firearm.
I just renewed mine last year, and it finally came in just before COVID.
To me, it feels like I feel like I have to go for my driving test every time over and over again. That's what it feels like to me. Like I for my driver's license, like the three of us here, you went for your driving test, right? The guy, the police officer said, yeah, you're good. You can have your license. Now I don't have to go driving for anybody anymore. But for my license to carry, I feel like I have to go through that whole process every single time I want to renew. Like, you already have my information. Why can't I just mail you a check? My New Hampshire license, I send them a copy of my license and I write a check and they renew it. It gets renewed.
Right. I mean, it's not, your fingerprints don't change.
Right. Like, it's
so why do we have to
like,
do fingerprints every 5 years?
Right.
Your prints don't change. Your picture, maybe, but
even that, like
that dramatically, I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. I think they do it on purpose. They make it so difficult. Like, maybe somebody might be like, oh,
like, dude, your driver's license,
no.
For a certain period, what is it? Every 2 renewals, you can just submit it. You can just go online and
you don't have to go there, right? Right.
But then, like every second one or whatever the hell, you got to get your picture.
Which makes sense.
Why can't we do something like that?
Because again, there it is.
It's not bad enough that you're paying in the state of Massachusetts. You're paying $100.
Yes.
For a right.
Yeah, right. Because they got to process
Sam
it.
said
they got to process
her
it.
husband renewed because of COVID. He didn't have to go in.
Where was that?
She's in Rochester.
Oh, wow. No kidding.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah, Wareham, Rochester.
That shit would never happen in New Bedford.
No.
I know a guy who's been trying to call. His license is going to expire next month, and he's been calling since February. He called in February, and they said, oh, no, it's too early for you to make an appointment.
Yeah.
So he said, all right. So then
2 months. It's 2 months.
So then he called in August in the middle of COVID, right? Like, he called in August, and now nobody in firearms answers.
Oh, that sucks.
So I think he might have finally got a hold of somebody, because I kind of gave him a little tip.
Yeah.
That actually Nelson gave me.
Nice. Thank you, Nelson. Shout out, Nelson.
Call between this certain time, and they'll answer. And I think they might have. So now you might actually have an appointment.
Oh, that'd be great. See, but that's the thing. You're at their mercy, and I'm not even sure what Berkeley's going to do. They might do that. They might do the, hey, listen, you're all set. Just mail us the paperwork, and we'll. Because I mean, this would be my third renewal with my license. This is the third time I'll be doing it, and I don't know that they want to see me. I had to go down there not too long ago, and I went to drop off some masks. I just wanted to do something good, for the town and for the police, and I got a box of face masks, and I went down and I actually called them. Because I was going to burn in the backyard, and typically Berkeley, you pay a $15 fee. They give you a permit. You can burn. They give you a burning period. So I'd called the woman on the phone, and she said, "No, listen." She goes, "What's your address?" I gave her the address, and obviously she could see it in the caller ID. But she said, "Listen, you don't have to come down here. We're not taking any money for burning. You can just burn. Just be careful, obviously." I said, "Oh, great." I said, real quick, I said, I have some masks I'd like to bring down to the police station. I said, is there a good time to come down? She goes, no, if you just leave it in the mailbox. We're not letting anybody in the building. Yeah. And I did. We drove down there, opened the mailbox. I left a box of masks there and kind of let it be. And I felt like I was doing something, good for somebody. I hope it. Oh. And this was kind of like the beginning of COVID. It really wasn't really like crazy, but just, I mean, the whole point of that is that they didn't want to see me. You know what I mean? So I'm guessing this will probably be the same way.
See, I don't know. I don't know what Firearms is doing in New Bedford or anywhere else.
I gave them freaking masks. They better fucking help me out, right? Right, help me out.
So I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're actually sitting people. I don't know.
Because you guys are licensed in New Bedford, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a whole other animal. That's like if you're from Fall River or Taunton, the struggle there is, right? So much more difficult.
There are towns in Massachusetts that are literally not issuing. They're doing that. They're not.
Jeez, how do you do that?
Issuing. Well, Goal's already gone against some towns. Cambridge was one of them.
Yeah.
They didn't want to issue. Goal filed a lawsuit that forced them.
It's got to be closer to Boston.
Well, it's Cambridge, right? So they forced them to do it. Then now there's a couple towns out in Western Mass, like way out in the boonies.
Yeah.
They're towns, and they do not want to do it. But so now Goal's going to have to file another lawsuit to get them to do it.
So, before the podcast started, we were just kind of shooting the shit. And then, of course, trying to stop Steve from, letting out all the great content. But, we were talking about a really great topic, and I kind of want to bring it up.
A lot of nice things about his wife.
I know, right? Beautiful things. So he's talking about...
You're going to get me in so much trouble.
Nah, it was nice things, man. Always nice things. Taps are very nice things he says. But we're talking about ammo. We were talking about ammunition and the cost of ammunition. So my point was... You know what? They'll let you keep your guns, but if you can't get any ammo, then you're right. It's like having a hammer with no nails. What's the freaking?
It's just forcing people to go into reloading.
Yeah. And I say so you get into that point, but
but that'll only last so long too. Because once you run out of powder and
there it is. Right. Even the casings, right? You can only how many times can you load a casing? Yeah. Like once, twice, maybe. I mean,
I think it's more than that, but
whatever it is. But I know the quality of the shot is compromised. I mean, that's why people prefer
a lot more misfires.
Right, exactly. If you go into the range and you obviously you don't care, then you'll shoot the reloads. But if you're actually fire protection, you know what I mean? You want to carry the best ammunition. Oh, Joe's not blowing that shit over you. You did.
He's got it now.
I threw it to you there.
It's the triangle.
I went down and just don't play any drums or your guitar over here. You're good.
The truth is, I had to cough like 5 minutes ago, and I've been holding it in just because I don't want you guys to criticize.
Rona.
But anyway, again, back to the original point. If you can't get ammunition, you can't shoot a gun. You know what I mean? And I think it's getting to a point now where you have people hoarding ammunition like we're hoarding toilet paper. I right? I mean, I honestly believe that. Like that's
absolutely.
That's
people have been hoarding ammo since Obama got in office.
Yes, right. Time. When they were talking about, obviously,
there was a shortage on 9mm back then too.
Right, you couldn't find 22 back then.
Fast and Furious. Eric Holder, right? Eric Holder. He was. Right, he was all about the guns, and they were releasing the guns to the cartels.
You couldn't find a box of 22. Dude, people would literally sleep in the Walmart parking lot waiting for it to open.
How crazy is that, dude?
I swear to God, to just go in to see if they got a shipment. Dude, now you can find it.
Does Walmart sell ammo? They stopped, right? Walmart doesn't sell ammo anymore, right?
They'll sell. Shotgun.
Oh, they still do?
And they'll sell shotgun and hunting rounds.
I thought they were getting rid of it for a while.
Dick's? No. Was it Dick's that stopped?
Dick's stopped altogether.
Everything. Even hunting clothes, they got rid of.
How does that make any sense, man?
I don't know.
How does that make any sense?
I don't know how they're still open, to be honest with you.
Yeah, right. I can't remember the last time.
They don't get any business from me.
They get no business from me either. It's been a while. And you know what? In all fairness, neither one of my kids are playing sports anymore. But when my kid was playing sports, I've
gone in there, and it's just it's not there's not many people in there.
I give my money to Jeff Bezos. That's typically what I do. Yeah, typically.
Most of us do.
I go
Give
on
all your
Amazon.
money to Amazon.
I tell you, man, you know what?
You got stock in it?
Between Amazon and eBay, right? That's what I do. Like, I'll look on Amazon. If it's not on Amazon, I'll look on
See,
eBay.
eBay? I just, dude, I've been done with eBay for years.
Yeah.
Because
There's a lot
eBay
of
was
China
great.
products.
eBay was great when it started, right? It was you selling stuff that you didn't want.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah, it
a
is
bunch
dumb.
of dealers selling shit on eBay.
It is. But I will
and they
tell
want
you,
the same price on eBay that
Yes.
you could get it for at Home Depot or
there
wherever.
is some cool stuff that, like, for example, like this stuff here, like that 1975.
Stuff like that's different.
Yeah, that's going to what you're talking about. Like
Yeah.
that was in some guy's basement, and I bought that Playboy. That's March of 1975 for obvious reasons.
For the article.
For the articles, because I love articles. If they want. But it's actually the month of my birth and the year of my birth. I'm like, what a cool thing to have in the studio.
Yeah.
So again, you're not going to find that on Amazon. It's going to be on eBay.
I noticed she's clothed though.
Yeah, she is, right?
It's very disappointing.
Well, her bum is out though. You got a little bum.
A little bit.
A little bum.
Nice, cute little ass, but still,
Yeah.
it's very disappointing.
March, bro. March. It's cold in March. You gotta cover that stuff up. as she's standing right alongside Elton John. You know what I mean? You know? Yeah, and I did. Look at that's a new edition. My Eddie Van Halen Rolling Stones.
You did put it in.
I did. I framed it. Right. I actually went right over to Michael's. I bought it.
You'd have more room to put shit up here if you got rid of it.
Like, you know what, dude, you love Justin. Just look at.
I didn't even realize that thing was there, or else I would have protested before I
Really?
sat down.
No, come on. You know what? In all fairness, he went through the rigmarole, man. I mean, I know Justin Bieber, but he overcame drug addiction, right? He did through a lot.
Did he really?
He did. Well, I don't know. Did he?
Did he?
Well, he said in his last video, didn't he? There's a song.
I don't know. I don't listen to that crap. So
I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know either. I really don't listen to. I mean, I listen to a lot of music. Justin Bieber doesn't happen to be one of them. I'm not a.
Yeah.
You're not a Baby fan?
Nah. But my daughter, that was my daughter's age. Like that was the age of Justin Bieber. Like
My
she
son
kind of
used
grew up.
to love his song when
There
it
you
comes
go.
on.
My boy.
But then
AJ.
again, he was only like 2 years old.
Yeah, him too. And he dance around. You know what I mean? Yeah. Dude, guy made a lot of money. Guitar on the street, dude. That's
There are a lot of stupid people in this world. Yes,
there is, and you can't fix that. I've noticed, and I'm a handy guy. I'm pretty handy. I consider myself a handy guy, and I've realized that in my years of experience that you just can't fix stupid or interpret it for that matter. You can't, and that's a perfect example of that.
You can't. I'll never be able to understand how somebody would ruin a perfectly good studio by putting that shit in.
You know what, man? Like,
You know what? You were just talking about burning shit. Why wouldn't you burn it?
I could have. It was going.
Target practice.
It was literally folded,
Dude.
Well, I like that.
Target practice.
Dude,
I'll
let's
tell
What
you
time
what.
is
I'll
it?
tell you what.
It's
Let's
only
do it
it's
right now.
9:30. I mean,
Dude,
your
we can do
neighbors
this
don't
right
mind,
now.
do they?
I'll tell you what. How about this? How about I'll create a vote. I'll do it. We'll create a post and we'll put on there. Do we shoot Justin Bieber?
Come on,
And
people, get my back.
And we'll do is we'll vote it, right? We'll vote it and we'll see if people say to do it, we'll do it and we'll live cast it. We'll put
My
them in
brother's
the
watching.
backyard.
Hold on.
We'll put it.
Can we use your flamethrower, Johnny?
That's you're gonna get one in New York. Where do you get a flamethrower?
You can get a flamethrower down here.
Anyway, dude, anywhere you want.
Anywhere you want.
For real?
Yeah.
I could go buy.
You could go buy one.
Big Daddy Unlimited will ship you one. Flamethrowers are not illegal.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, you can actually get a flamethrower.
See, I would think they'd be illegal.
Dude, hey,
For like $800.
Big
but
Daddy Unlimited has the mother of all
Doesn't Elon Musk?
flamethrowers.
Didn't he make one? Didn't Elon Musk make one? He's got one.
Probably.
Yeah, he does.
What doesn't he
Makes
make?
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guys,
right.
Google that. Elon Musk and his flamethrower. He actually created a flamethrower that he wants to
Big
make it.
Daddy Unlimited has
No
the
shit.
mother of
You know
all
what, man?
flamethrowers.
I can't be the only one that thinks that those are illegal. Like, I would imagine people think in general that those are illegal. But you're saying it, I can light a fire anywhere I want, right? I mean, it's really about where I'm lighting it. You know
Start one
what I
now.
mean? Well, if we're going to do it, I say we shoot first, and then we can do the...
Yeah, let's shoot it first.
And if anybody's listening who has a flamethrower that wants to come over with a flamethrower, we'll
Nelson, yes, shoot it. Dude, I'm game.
We'll video it.
that was a no-brainer, right? That's what I'm saying. We'll live cast it. We'll put it in the backyard and we'll live cast it. Look, you know what? We should start writing this stuff down because that could be our first podcast. Our first episode could be like,
For the disgruntled Americans?
for the disgruntled Americans.
You need to go. You need to get that domain.
I know we got to do it. We got to do that right away. We got to get on that.
Yeah.
Dude, get on it.
Joe, we got to get on that.
People are
Yeah, we
listening
gotta
to
get
this
on
shit. They're going to steal it.
Exactly. You need
Exactly.
to get on that.
Right. To not to be written or used without written
Who
consent
was
by
that?
Ricky
though?
Bobby.
Was that Steve Viveras?
Steve, yeah, that was my cousin.
All right.
All right.
Because we got to give him credit. He was.
Yeah,
he
you
was the
have
one
to.
that came
Yeah,
up
you
with
have to give credit where credit is due. You
I
do.
like that.
You do.
Yes.
I had
See,
a Sam.
Sammy votes target practice.
There we go.
Dude, that's 2-0 so far, buddy.
No more Justin Bieber, really? That would be the end of Justin Bieber.
We should take a picture, right?
Isn't that a whole
And then have Sam make us a tumbler
of Justin Bieber?
of us shooting Justin.
Well, speaking of that, why don't we talk about it? Sparkling Seahorse, right? Sparkling Seahorse on Sparkling Seahorse Design on Facebook. Guys,
and Instagram.
Go check it out. Unbelievable stuff. Sam does amazing work.
Actually, I gotta follow her. I keep forgetting to follow.
I followed her. She actually commented on a post that I put out this week, and Joe just showed us a really cool. Go check it out on Facebook. She created a bong, right? What did she call it? An ice bong?
An ice bong. Yeah.
An ice bong out of a tumbler. It thing's badass. Go check it out. And it is Sparkling Seahorse Design on Facebook and Instagram. Go check it out.
Any questions, you can message her through Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, go check it out. It's good stuff. You know what? And again,
it's really great quality. Great quality.
I love my cup, so I got to follow her.
It's a dream. Right? It's the dream. That's her dream. That's her dream. That's what we're all about on the show is, really just fostering and trying to really help. And
it's an ice bong. We know it's an ice bong.
It's we know. I get it. It's an ice bong. Yeah. Hey, ice bong, buddy.
Love it. Yes. Yes, Nelson. Yes.
You know what we should do?
Yes, please.
You know what we should do?
I want to do what Nelson just said.
We should get an ice bong. And our first episode, we should hit an ice bong. It's legal. Marijuana's legal.
Not at work.
You realize we still have to take pistols.
Yeah, but do you really? Like for marijuana? Marijuana can't count.
It works great, guys, she said.
It can't count.
Yes, it does.
How does it count?
I don't think it does, actually.
It's legal, bro.
Because there are guys
at my work, we used to swab for it. We can't swab for it anymore.
No, I don't think they can because
it's legal.
There are people that have their cards, and
I know they have their cards, but
I don't think they can.
I
think they got rid of it.
They follow federal.
All right, listen, that's important stuff. We need to figure this out.
That's just state mandated. That's not federal.
Because if I'm going to put my lips around an ice bong,
but I don't think in Massachusetts they can test for marijuana anymore.
I don't think it can, bro.
But I'm still.
Can you find out?
I'm good though.
Yeah,
you could pretend.
Try and get in touch with HR.
Good.
You don't have to inhale. Bill Clinton didn't inhale.
Try and get in touch with HR.
Bill Clinton didn't inhale. He didn't inhale.
Sammy, it works great, guys.
Yeah. Damn. You get the munchies. You end up with the munchies. So listen. Look, we've been at this for a little bit, and I want to, Joe, you made a great point today.
A lot of bullshitting around here.
Yeah. But we talked about a lot of, we did a little bit of political stuff. We talked a little bit of, and I want to have a little fun tonight. I want to do something a little different. So I went online and I got these.
You can't touch me there.
I like, just give me a minute. You'll like it. New segment. I'm going to call it the questionnaire, right? It's the questionnaire. And what I did is, I don't even know how many I got. I got a couple of them, but they're so good. And I'm not even sure we're going to get through all of these because we might be here all night, but I'm going to read these to you and then we can talk about it. So let's do the first one. You ready?
Have you ever been accused of sexual harassment?
Right. By a minor. No, that's not the question. Stop it. So the first question, you ready? The first question is this:
the child's head.
If you could live in any sitcom, what sitcom would you live in? Good one.
If I could live in a sitcom,
yeah, any sitcom you want. I think I'm going to Seinfeld. I'm going to live in Seinfeld.
No,
it's a show about nothing, bro. You think? Yeah, but the show. It's the show, not him. The show.
He was liberal in the fucking
I don't
show
know what
too.
show I'd be. Jesus.
Right?
I don't know, dude.
Huh? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
No.
How about Ricky Schroeder? Remember Ricky Schroeder? What was the name of that show? Silver Spoon.
Silver Spoon. Yeah.
Huh? The rich kid? Got everything he wanted? How about Gilligan's Island?
No,
Ginger, Marianne?
Fuck. Well,
see?
I do got to think for redheads.
See? Sit back with the right? Come on.
Dude, I don't know.
These are good, right? These are good. These make you think. These are good. I got a couple of good ones that are going to... Yeah,
I don't know.
I had time to think about it beforehand, and I'm like, I'm not even sure what show it would be, but I thought it was really cool.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
That is a good question,
right? That's a good one. So you know what? We're gonna table that one, and we'll come back to that maybe on the next one. You ready for another one?
Mary said Gilligan Island.
Yeah, see, there you go, Gilligan's Island, and we could hit the ice bong on Gilligan's Island and eat coconuts, coconuts and bananas. If a movie was being made of your life and you could choose any actor to play you, who would it be? George Clooney for me.
George Clooney.
Yeah. In all fairness,
you know what, Steve? I like that one.
What?
Married with Children.
That's
I
a
would
good
be
one
on
too.
that one.
I know.
You know what? I thought about that, and then I was like, yeah,
Peggy?
but I'd end up being fucking
Peggy.
Al.
Yeah, that's the thing. You'd be selling shoes.
Yeah. I don't care about selling shoes. It's fucking driving.
Peggy was hot though.
You like redheads?
Yeah,
I do.
That was a lot of hair too, man. She was right. That what do you call that? A beehive? Like for legit.
Three's Company.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Nelson. Three's
That's
Company.
a good one too.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Nelson. I like that. Yeah. Or Mr. Furley, right? That's a good one too, man. That's a good one too.
Your wife. Wow, Steve's speechless.
Nothing. Imagine that.
Shouldn't you be sleeping?
No way. No way. So who you got? You guys got anybody? Actors playing you?
Playing me?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. That is funny. And what's his name? Leslie from Taken. What's his name?
Oh, Leslie, not Nielsen.
I'd have The Rock. No, I'd have Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Another fucking liberal. Dude, you guys are a bunch of liberal lovers.
Oh my God.
Listen,
bro, George Clooney.
I don't care who he.
Fucking liberal. Biggest liberal of them all.
Do you know he just gave...
Are you one of those that's not friends? You stop being friends with people that...
I am.
You are?
Dude, my cousin, off of fucking Facebook. I don't give a shit.
George Clooney? 14?
No, you know why?
I could still be friends with people that don't see
I don't know.
eye to eye with me.
I don't know.
Not because I didn't agree with what he said, but because he can't have a civil conversation with
Then
someone.
you just don't have a conversation with the person.
Dude, see, this is the problem with me and Facebook. I see a stupid comment, I have to give an answer. When people come back with stupid shit, I give them more shit, and then they fucking start calling me names. That's a problem for me.
All right, so here's another one. You ready? Steve, this is gonna be funny. All right, you have to wear a T-shirt with one word on it for a year. Which word do you choose?
Oh, that's easy for him, dick.
One word?
Is that give or take? Is that
No, one word.
Huh. My wife said fuck. That's what she said.
I would want fuck off on mine.
Yeah.
That's not one word.
Yeah. Huh? That's a good one, right? One word.
Shenanigans.
That's my word, bro. That's my word. How'd you know that?
I know everything.
I was actually talking about that earlier. I'm like, my favorite word is shenanigans, man. I say it on the show all the time. I think, honestly, the word shenanigans, I believe that it's the best word for what it means. Like like it literally sounds as it's defined.
Yes.
You say shenanigans, you know.
Yes.
Shenanigans, right?
Yes.
My favorite word. So that's what I would.
It's one of my favorite words.
I would wear shenanigans on the front.
Shenanigans and fuck. My two favorite.
There you go. There you go.
We know what your wife likes.
What does she like?
What's she like? What's she like? What does she like?
Damn, girl.
I
putting it all out there. Sex.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's my redhead.
There you go. Lucky. Steve and the ginger.
I love my ginger.
That's nice. That's nice. Joe, what do you got?
What
do you got, bro?
I have no idea.
No idea. Chill, man. Joe would be like, chill. Just chill. Chill. It was funny because...
one word, it's tough.
That's what I'm saying.
That's it. It's got to be one word.
Yeah.
Like, I would be fuck off, get fucked.
No.
That'd be
fuck,
perfect.
dude, fuck by itself is perfect. It is. Because it's defined in its own. Because it could be a happy fuck, it could be a mad fuck, it could be a sad fuck.
Dude, it
doesn't
can be
matter.
a noun, it can be an adjective.
That's what I'm saying. It's a word enhancer. It can be anything.
But
it would work for any day of the week for you. Bro, I'm fucking happy today.
Dude, fuck is
Man,
so
I'm
many
fucking pissed
contexts.
off.
Yes, fuck is so many contexts. It's got
That's
like
it.
right. It
Endless.
can be used in
endless. It's endless. I think that's the
you're
perfect
a fucking
word.
moron. Go get fucked.
Yep.
You're a fucking douche.
There it is.
Dude, it's great.
Yeah. You can add in
shit, yeah.
whatever you want. Whatever you want. All right, cool. Want to get another one? Let's do another one.
Yeah.
All right. I wonder if anybody's reading these on the Facebook Live. Okay.
Oh shit! Come on, ask me. Ooh, me.
If you could, if you could rid the world of one thing, what would it be?
Liberals.
Snowflakes. We know snowflakes.
Snowflakes. Yes.
No snowflakes. Actually, the responsible part of me wants to say cancer. But I do
Diseases.
like you can't.
Any disease.
No, the rules say that's too broad. It's got to be
Where
specific.
does it say that on there?
It's my rules.
Well, if you said,
Oh, here we go.
Well,
now he's acting like a Democrat. He's just making all the rules as he goes along.
I'm making my rules. My show, my rules.
well, they would say they would also tell you that cancer is too broad. What kind of
think?
cancer?
Yeah, but it's cancer.
No, it's too broad. My rules.
All right, leukemia.
Diseases.
Diseases.
No, I'm with you, dude. Cancer would be great because you know what? They have a fucking cure for
How
it.
about tornadoes too, man? Like no more tornadoes.
Now, tornadoes are fun to watch.
Yeah, but they're so much devastation.
From the watch from my couch.
Yeah, from New England.
In New England.
In New England. Yeah. Tornadoes. Like, see, I think of things like that. Like
Fuck, we get
tsunamis.
hurricanes, we get fucking blizzards.
We do.
What the fuck? They get tornadoes. I want to watch.
I know.
Right.
It's like we all
That's
have our
why I
cross to
said.
bear.
That's why I said diseases, Mary.
Yeah, diseases.
That covers all diseases.
See,
Kidneys.
although we're gonna put an asterisk on that. That's like the Houston Astros World Series. We're gonna put an asterisk on that one. All right, because that's kind of That's kind of broad. All right, you ready?
Nelson had a good word for the other one.
Oh, what was it? That's all right. Go ahead. We go.
Whatever.
Whatever. But is that 2 words though?
No, it's 1 word. It's a compound word.
Yeah,
but
no, it's fair. That's good. We will accept that. We will
accept that.
And Nelson, we do accept that. The panel has convened.
Final answer.
We've convened,
Accepted.
Yes.
and we have accepted that. All right, you ready for this? What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done while on a date?
Shit.
My wife is watching this. You know that.
I called my date the wrong name.
Shit.
I did. I called the wrong name.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Michelle, what did I do?
She did cheat on me. She did. She ended up cheating on me, and
I
she
gotta
took
ask
some
my
money.
wife. I don't know.
She took some money, so she got paid
Took
back.
some money.
Yeah, like in other words, she borrowed money and never paid it back.
Oh, okay. I thought she just took money because you hired her.
No. Well, that was the first date.
That's how you got the.
And then the second one was like a bonus. It was a freebie.
I'd find the bitch. I'd kill her. Anyways, Nelson. Nelson, if you could get rid of one thing, Nelson said taxes.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
And
too.
then for this right here, what's the most embarrassing thing?
Yeah, on a date.
Steve Viveros said fart.
Ooh, that's a good one too. You know what? I think that defines a relationship. No,
that's just normal.
Yeah, but you're married, bro. You're married. But
No. Dude, that's just normal. I don't give a shit.
On day one of a date, you're farting. You're gonna fart.
It hasn't happened, but I would. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know, because then I don't know if you're getting a second date.
Dude, listen.
I
want.
Yeah, but
Tab. If you're still listening, I want you to type out exactly what I said to you the day I met you. I want these guys to read it.
Okay. Well, the whole world's going to see it.
Yeah, we're going to see
it. So we're going to move on. We're going to come back to that. But the bottom line is Steve says that he would shit himself on his first date. He would do that. He would.
Say nothing about shiting.
Well, Portuguese farts, you pretty much might as well shit.
Yeah.
If you could eliminate one thing you do in the bathroom so that you never had to do it again, what would it be?
Shit.
Shave.
Shit. I'm so sick of shitting, guy.
No more shitting for you?
I take the longest shits.
You say shave?
Shave.
My wife said shave too. Yeah. She said shave.
Fuck shaving.
See, my wife said yes, he would fart. But, so you're still awake. So type out the first thing I said to you when I met. Oh, there it is.
All right, there it is.
There it is.
She's typing it? I can't see it. What is it?
Joe, do me a favor. Read that.
Okay, here we go.
It's not on my screen.
It's not.
There you go.
Damn it.
So maybe it's private, just you. She doesn't want anybody to see it.
Yeah, it's private. I'm a real private person. It says, I'm an asshole. Either you like me or you don't.
All right, there you go.
Now, hey, we were working on the ambulance together.
So what's up? You going to marry me or what?
So you're going to do this thing or what?
We're going to do this? There's a bed in the back. Let's just do this right now.
We're in an ambulance.
So get this. True story. I'll make it quick. True story. We were. I had my partner. She had hers on the ambulance. Yeah. But they did a swap.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
You're welcome. So they did a swap. Like one needed a day off or whatever. So she was stuck with me.
Oh boy.
So I had never met.
Love at first sight. Dude, I remember the first day I got stuck with you.
Hey,
I like how he admits she was stuck with me.
She was stuck. Dude, we're on a truck all day. It's a 12-hour shift. We're on a truck. She's stuck with me.
Yeah.
So she gets in the truck. First thing I say to her, not hi, I'm Steve. How you doing? Nothing. I said, listen. Actually, I think I did say, hi, I'm Steve.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole. Either you like me or you don't. There's no in between. Those were my exact words to her.
There you go.
And she's told me numerous times, she sat back and went, oh, what the fuck did I get myself into?
Oh. And you've been married for...
Shit. You would say this, wouldn't you?
10 years? 7 years?
13.
13 years, bro.
13, right, babe?
13 years. Dude, that's no joke. That's no joke. 13 years. That's something to be proud of.
Got married in 2007. So.
Yeah. And Joe, you're right there.
12.
12 years. Yeah. Bro, I just celebrated 20.
We might have just both got in trouble. We'll figure it out.
Nah.
No, it's longer than that. Hold on.
You think?
I got married in
2007. Yeah, 13 years.
Yeah, 13 years.
So we got married in the same year. We got married in February.
October.
Did you go to his wedding?
No, we just got hired around that time.
Yeah, no, I
went to his wedding?
Yeah, you did. He went to my wedding.
I got married in February. We got hired in July.
So we just missed it.
I had just gotten married.
Joe he invited me to his wedding.
What?
They invite the boss to the wedding.
He didn't?
He did.
No,
I
he
went.
did.
He did.
He was always an ass kiss.
It
Brown nose.
was a good time, bro.
That's how I make more money.
It was.
Oh shit! Your wife just called you out.
Oh wait, I proposed to her in 2007. Shit.
Wow.
So I was right the first time. 11 years.
So.
You said 12 the first time, but
no, I said 11.
But nobody's counting.
We'll rewind this back.
So you had already known him for 2 years when he invited you to his wedding.
Yeah.
When I got married, I hadn't even met you. So don't give me no shit.
Wow, man. But I always think that.
And he was always your favorite, so it doesn't matter.
You both are my favorite. We spent a lot of time together too, bro.
You used to yell at me all the time, yeah.
No way. Love this guy. Love this guy.
Yell at you. You get yelled at all the time. It doesn't matter by him or who.
Nobody likes me. It doesn't matter. I'm used to it.
Right? Here we are, bro. Right?
Sure.
Like how many years later? I've known you as long as your wife. You've been married, man. Imagine that.
I think you're in trouble.
Oh,
Me?
boy.
Yeah, you can stay at my house if you need to.
I get that shit all. I get mixed up. 2007, I proposed to her. That's what it was. 2009, we got married.
You know the meme?
Yeah. There it is. Yeah, there it is.
She's used to that.
I knew this.
Hey, I got a couch if you need it, bro.
This is great. So for me, it's I guess for me, shaving. I'm done shaving.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of shaving. I don't want to shave anymore. Done. Sick of it.
Let that bitch grow.
Yeah. I did, man. But then it was like wicked burly. Yeah. And then when I record the podcast, the hairs of my gets all on the microphone, and then you hear like crackly and pops again. All right, you ready? This is one of my favorites. You ready?
I think we've been together for. Oh Jesus! Here we go.
You just moved to Sesame Street.
Oh boy!
Who do you want to be your neighbor?
I know who he's picking.
Who am I picking?
You fit right in with him.
Oscar the Grouch.
Is that the guy in the garbage can?
Yeah.
That's who I'm picking.
I knew it.
Oscar the Grouch.
Dude, I'm messing with Elmo. I love Elmo.
Name me a better character than Oscar the Grouch. That motherfucker kept it 100%
real
all the time.
Real. He was real the whole time.
It is what it is, brother.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole. Either you like me or you don't.
Yeah. See, I was thinking Cookie Monster, but then I'm like, do I really want to? Like, the guy obviously has an addiction problem, right? He's gonna. I got to. You know what I mean? I have to make sure this guy has cookies all the time, or else, right? So who would it be? Like maybe Snuffleupagus?
I like Elmo.
Dude, I don't know how much Elmo I could take. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. At some point, you're like, all right, dude, enough. Elmo's tired. Elmo want to go to sleep. No, listen, I'm all set, man. Dude, Bert and Ernie were cool, right?
I think there's a little love affair going on.
Yeah, but that's
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, listen, gay people have the best lawns. No? I'm telling you, gay people. Well, no, because we're talking about Bert and Ernie, and it's always been the impression that Bert and Ernie were in a relationship, right? And I tell you what, dude, gay people have the best landscaping. They take the best care of their houses. They really do. No, you don't agree with that?
That's like Portuguese people.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, Portuguese people too. That's fair.
Portuguese people are gay.
That's fair. I had neighbors. I grew up in Fall River. My neighbors were a lesbian couple, and this was before it was cool. You know what I mean? Like they were a full lesbian couple.
Before it was cool. I don't know if it
right. And their house, dude, their landscaping was always the best, and I always remember how beautiful their house always looked. They always had,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never really noticed.
Yeah,
I never noticed either.
You know what? If you guys are in the business, you happen to.
But I will notice. I will tell you, going into a gay person's home.
Yeah, it's always
nice and clean.
Yeah,
nice
and clean.
I beg to differ.
Yeah,
have you
really?
Oh my
all the ones I've been in, they're really nice and clean. And
me too.
I don't. See, to me, I don't think it's because they're gay or they're not gay or whatever. Because I go into a lot of straight people's houses that are a shithole too,
dude. But most gay men are very well put together, dressed, groomed. They clothes, shoes, match. You know what I mean?
I will say most.
Yeah, most.
But I have been in some.
Yeah, I agree. But I imagine you would get that in anything. But for the most part, I think I don't want to be stereotypical here, but I'm actually giving credit to the gay community. I think that they tend to take pretty good care of themselves.
That's the Portuguese. Yep. Yeah. Plastic on the couches.
Plastic on the couches and the Mary in the half shell in the front yard. Yeah, Mary in the half shell. There it is.
Like, who thought about that shit? Let me cut my bathtub in half.
Hey, Joe. This bañera over here. What am I gonna do with this bañera? I can't put in the trash. The guys won't take the trash over there because it's.
I not pay the dump.
Oh, listen.
Oh no, it's too expensive.
Manny, you gotta go to City Hall. You pay them $5. They give you the sticker. You put the sticker on the. You not pay $5. I'm gonna put Mary in the half shell in my front yard. Done. That's how it happened. That they didn't want to pay the $5. You know what I mean? My dad would burn a mattress before he'd pay $5 to put it out in the street and have him pick it up.
Fire department will come and put it out for free.
More time or more money? If you had to pick, which one would you take?
More money. Because if I had more money, I would have more time because I wouldn't have to work. The way
I think you're right. I didn't look at it that way.
If I had more money, I wouldn't have to work. I could do what I wanted to do.
I was going to say
more
time. That's why I appreciate you, man. Because I was going to say time, and then you said that.
That's how I.
And you're right.
That's
you're
just
right.
how I look at it.
If you have more money, you have more time. That's true. He's right. I didn't think of that.
Can't buy love, but you can buy time.
You can. Well,
you can buy love. Well, you can't.
You could buy
fake love.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can buy sex.
You just have to convince. You have to convince yourself. It doesn't matter as long as you believe it.
Have you seen Jay-Z?
That's a lot of money.
He's got a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Let's not talk about Jay-Z.
He's not, and he's
Camel Joe.
Yeah. In all fairness, like, and I would admit if he's a good-looking guy, Jay-Z's an ugly bastard.
Yeah,
he's not. He's not. I mean, granted, his talent, or whatever.
I'm gonna
it
be
is,
honest with you. I don't think Beyonce's all that hot either.
Makeup. She's makeup pretty.
Yeah.
If you take her makeup off, like she's, I don't think there's anything going on.
Like
there.
I really don't. Like she's got a big ass.
Yeah.
Some people are into that.
Yeah. No, but I get you.
It's kind of big for me.
Yeah.
No,
Josephine.
Josephine. I see. If you ask my wife, I'll tell you
butt.
straight out. I'm an ass man.
Yeah.
But that's just
It's all about the bass.
no. She doesn't do anything for me. Maybe it's her attitude too. It doesn't help.
Speaking of them, how about Adele? What do you think of Adele?
I think Adele's hot. Even when she was fat, I thought she was
actually.
hot.
Can I be honest with you? I liked her better when she had a little meat on her bones. That's just my opinion.
I mean, I know she lost some weight, but I
She
haven't
lost
really.
No, not some. Like she lost a lot of weight, bro.
haven't-
Like,
She lost like a person.
Yeah, she lost a person. She
But I
literally-
haven't really seen a picture of her.
Yeah, if you have a chance, do it. She changed. She looks different. You know, like bodybuilders change. You
I
know,
hope
like-
it didn't change her voice.
Like women, right? Women that could be beautiful, and then they work out and they become bodybuilders, and
Yeah,
somehow they get that man face.
They look like men. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's
that kind
because
of.
that's the steroid.
Yeah, that kind of happened to Adele. Where I mean, hey, listen. Anybody who's able to lose that much weight, all credit to you. You know, I'm so happy for her. But as far as her appearance, I like to work.
That's because you're not used to the weight.
Yeah.
You're not used to that. You're
Yeah.
used to her being
I
heavy
think-
set.
I think
Yeah.
she was beautiful
I-
when she was.
I
bigger.
agree. I'm with you. I think she was beautiful when she was. Yeah. But then, I mean, we could be biased too, right? Because didn't she just break up with her husband, or her husband cheated on her or something like that? And that's what she did. It was she lost the weight in vindication. That's what that was all about.
No.
Would you rather?
So hold on, because there's a bunch of people commenting.
Oh, okay,
here.
all right, yeah.
First
all
of all,
right, go ahead,
my wife
go ahead,
said my wife said money. Mary Green said time. Steve Avero said more time, more money. I'm not quite sure how that works out.
More time, more money.
You got more. You got more time
Time
to make more money.
Maybe. I don't know.
So more work?
I say.
No, I work enough. Thanks.
I'm with you.
I'm
like
good.
I don't want to have to work to make the money. If you're giving me the money, I don't want to.
If
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
a choice
yeah,
between time and money, I'm going to pick the money and then make my own time.
Yeah, yes.
That's just me.
Yes.
Now, listen, everybody's got their opinion, right? And then
Yeah.
Mary Green also said,
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's
not
got
if
one.
you have grandchildren, you want more time. Right, but if you have more
More
money,
money,
you can get
spend more time. Yes, 'cause you don't have to go to
spend
work.
that money on your
Yes, because you don't have to go to work.
That's just how I look at it.
Yeah. Like that's Joe. You never told us what you thought.
I'd probably take the money.
Yeah, because then you have more time. I think it just
You can
makes
buy
sense.
more Dodge Durangos. Or you can buy the caddy he wants.
Yeah, the caddy.
Dude, that thing is badass. You know what? I should have.
$90,000 to stop. Oh,
You know what?
it's beautiful.
Here's the thing. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But here's the thing. I'm quickly learning, right? And I said this to my buddy the other day, who happens to be a mechanic. I said, the next fucking truck I buy, I want it to be a fucking XL. Dude, power windows, power locks. That's all I want.
Yep.
I don't want anything else. Dude,
That's what I do with my truck. I got an XL. I didn't want any.
Listen, dude, I want steel rims. Like literally, I want bottom of the fucking barrel.
Yep.
Because it's just less shit to break.
Yeah.
Dude, the more shit you like that caddy. Dude, everything. Listen, when it's new, everything is great and it works, right?
But you know what though? How much is that caddy? What was it?
80,000. It was 80,000 base.
All right. So if you're spending 80 grand base, and let's just say that
That's just the base one.
fully loaded. Let's say 100 grand, fully loaded,
It was
right?
over. It was like 115.
If you got that money to spend, you're probably not keeping that past service warranty. You know what I mean?
Probably
You're probably
not.
going to trade
I
that
guess.
thing in. You know what I mean? You and I
guess.
we think long term. Like the three of us are like, oh, if I buy a vehicle, I want to keep like a Durango.
Right.
I want to keep my truck. I want to keep this thing
Right.
as long as I possibly can, right? Because return on investment is the longer I can keep this thing going. But you see the Hummer, the electric Hummer.
Who's
The
Hummer?
H.
Yeah, they got an electric Hummer.
Yes, the Hummer,
Yeah.
the electric Hummer H3. Amazing, dude. I think it's badass.
I don't know. Hummer's never really did anything. But the original Hummer?
Yes,
I love.
the Army
diesel, like the
Army.
actual
Yeah.
diesel Hummer.
Yeah,
yes.
but this Hummer, bro,
The
it's-
Hummer
it
2s
does the
and all.
crawl. All four wheels turn, bro.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
It's all electric, yeah.
It's all electric, man.
I don't know if I trust electric yet.
No, I don't know.
It's still, I think we're
just-
still in that.
I just don't.
You
We're
know
still
what,
in that
though?
stages.
Biden gets in, you will be buying electric.
Oh, yeah, you will. You're in no choice.
I would like to fucking
Because
see
gas
him do
prices
that.
are going to be like $4.
And I would still like to see him fucking sell that to the American.
I don't even know.
Doesn't matter if
I
he
would
wants
like-
to sell it to American
I
people.
would like to see him sell a $70,000 fucking Tesla to every American.
Why? Your loans, everything's going to be forgiven. You don't need to work.
Oh, that's right. We're not going to pay.
Did you hear that though?
You're not going to pay
You
anything.
know how they said that he was going to forgive college loans?
Yeah.
He was on TV the other day and he said it, and it's the first time I heard him say it. He said $10,000. Like, I don't know anybody who has college loans that's less than 10. I mean,
No,
right?
But then I think he backpedaled because now it's up to like.
He did. He said 10 grand. I'm like, what the hell is 10 grand going to do?
Was it 50,000? I don't know.
People are like in debt for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. What the hell is $10,000 going to do? You know what I mean? Like,
and
seriously.
stupid degrees that nobody knows what the
Yeah,
hell they mean.
but you could say
like
it
going
though.
to like a
But you could
BCC.
say it. But you could say it. Listen, we're gonna pay your college debt. But they don't tell you how much.
But that's
I'm
the
gonna pay-
headline. That's the
Right,
headline because
right,
people. That's all
right,
people read is the
right,
headline.
right.
I'm going to pay
They
off your
don't.
mortgage.
They don't read
Okay.
the details.
Yeah, right.
They don't read
True
the
story.
details.
True story. You ready for this? True story. Obviously, COVID came along, and then the government said, hey, listen, mortgages, forbearance, you could do a forbearance on your mortgage. You don't have to pay your mortgage for a little bit until we get through COVID. Citizens Bank is the bank that we're with. They actually offered it to us, and I told the wife, I said, listen, if you want to just take a break for a little bit, I said, well, what we'll do is we'll just put the money in the bank. Like, I don't want to take a chance. Like, I can't, because it just didn't seem right to me. Like, it didn't sound right to me, because the way I thought it and I read it was that they were going to put the balance at the end. At the end, right?
That would make sense.
It didn't happen.
No, of course not.
So thank God, foresight. We were putting the money in the bank. We finally get a statement in the mail. We just got it like 2 weeks ago. $12,000, bro. $12,000.
How does that help you?
That's exactly my point. So if you were sending me that bill of $12,000 and saying, hey, listen, we're going to apply this on the tail end of your mortgage, and now you have to continue to pay your mortgage, right? The 3 months. It was for 3 months.
Yeah.
Then to me, that makes sense. You helped me because you gave me a little bit of time to maybe collect some money. And right? No. They wanted the $12,000. They wanted it immediately. Thank God we had it in the bank, ready to go. The wife wrote the check. We sent it. But imagine how many people are out there.
But you know what? Now that on the tail end, that might hurt you. That might hurt you credit score wise.
They said they would not be reported.
They
said.
famous last fucking
They
words.
said it would not be reported.
Joe Biden
Yep.
said he's going to forgive all your loans.
Oh my goodness! Imagine.
Up to 10,000.
Up to $10,000. Yeah, up to $10,000. But yeah, listen, if anybody
So
is out there,
Justin says $75K in college loans
there you go, $10,000. What they're gonna do for you?
for my Scandinavian art degree. You know what? That's actually probably a useful fucking degree,
Hi, what do you
unlike
do?
some of these other ones.
I am a freelance photographer. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. How about your college loan? $600,000. There you
Dude,
go.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. It's out of control.
Because this is what I don't understand. The same people that are telling you that college education is too expensive, like Elizabeth Warren, are the same fucking people that are making $300,000 a year
Yep.
to teach one fucking course at Harvard.
Yeah. That's the
I
problem.
wonder
Yeah.
why college is so
Well,
expensive.
the thing is, the government, and then the government is the one that regulates the pricing. So if you do that, if you offer federal loans, college loans, then the college can say, hey, listen, if you want to come to our school, it's going to cost you $80,000 a year. And the government is going to give you a loan for that.
Right.
If the government said, no, you can't do that. Like if the state, not the government, let's say the state said, hey, for your college, you could, if you want to operate in our jurisdiction, these are the restrictions. You can't charge more than this for education. Because at some point, it's almost ridiculous. You're paying so much more for something you're never going to ever reclaim. If you're going to be a doctor, right, you're going to be a lawyer, all right, I get it. You're going to make your money back. I mean, it may take you a couple of years, but as a doctor, you're whether good or bad, right? Because you don't know. You don't know if your doctor was the first ahead of his class or the last of his class. Regardless of that, they still have loans. They make the money. They can pay it. But for the guy Scandinavian artist, right, who goes in for art or music, like how do you reclaim that money? What are you going to do unless
they're giving degrees in the stupidest?
Oh,
things.
yeah, of course.
Like,
Yeah,
literally,
absolutely. Yeah.
liberal
Dude.
women's studies. Like, are you fucking shitting me?
Anybody right now, any of us, and anybody listening right now will guarantee you has a diploma from high school and it says liberal arts. That's look at what it says.
Right,
the diploma
because there was no major.
There was no major.
Because it was high school.
It says
Right.
liberal arts. So what is liberal arts? What does that mean? What does the term liberal mean? right?
Liberal arts is your major when you don't know what the fuck
When
it is
you don't know what the fuck you're going to do.
Right.
Yeah, and then you end up saying, oh, I want to be a nutritionist. And then you spend all this crazy money in college. $40,000 later.
That sounds personal.
That is wicked personal. $40,000 later, and there you are. Nothing. No nutrition.
Sounds
You know what I
like
mean?
he's had experience with this.
A little bit. Yeah, $40,000 worth. And nobody gave me $10,000. Would you rather have a rewind button or pause button in your life?
Pause.
Pause or rewind?
Pause.
You want to pause? How
I
about you,
want to
John?
fucking pause. I
I'd
need
like
a
to
break.
go back.
Yeah.
I need a
Rewind.
break.
The
You
thing
know
is, you got to
what?
be
You know
careful,
what?
though. You got to be careful, though. You get
Because it's just like that. It's just like that saying, if I know now than what I know then.
Yeah. But at the same time is if you change something, if you go and rewind and change it, then you don't know what the future is, right?
Yeah, you gotta remember Back to the Future. Do you go back?
Yes,
You change shit. It changes everything.
The time.
I can tell you there's a lot of stock I'd be buying back then.
Right,
Gotta
sir. Just go
rewind.
back to Google. Just go back
And
to
then
like
guess
Google
what?
and Apple.
Then
Yeah,
guess
but you're
what?
gonna-
Then we go back to more time or more money.
There it
Yeah,
is.
but so
if I
you go
rewind and go back,
Okay, so you
get all the
rewind,
money, now
but-
I got more time.
So you rewind, but you rewind with all the knowledge from now.
The space-time
Yes.
continuum. Space-time continuum.
That's a different story.
Think about that.
Try and change a lot of things.
Imagine, dude, having the foresight and knowing. Imagine that. Seriously.
Change the world.
Change the world.
Three stocks: Apple, Amazon, and Google.
Yeah.
Buy those 3 stocks.
Don, you're all set, bro. You're all set. You'd be on the board. You'd be on the board. You'd be one of the. Yeah, you'd be on the board.
I can do a lot of sports betting.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you'd be super rich, and there'd be beautiful women
Yeah.
licking your feet. That's
I don't need beautiful women.
licking your feet.
Nah, I'm all set with that
Licking-
shit.
Licking your.
I'll just take the stocks, please.
Yeah.
Me too, man. 'Cause then
money.
you could do whatever you want. I tell you, I wouldn't change. I love my life. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound corny, but I wouldn't change this. I love what I have. I mean,
No, I wouldn't.
I mean, I bitch
not
and
like
complain,
that.
but
I'm just saying there's a little bit.
Yeah, I believe
there's some
I met my
things you could
soulmate.
change.
I believe I met my soulmate. Nobody else is going to put up with my shit the way my wife does. Nobody.
Nobody.
So
Nobody.
Same thing with my wife.
I'm grateful
Yeah,
for that.
mine too.
Yeah, I'm
Trust
grateful
me.
for that. I know that there's not going to be anybody else who's going to put up with my shit. So I'm.
She does put up with a lot of shit.
She does, man.
And then guess
shit.
what? I'd use that pause button at 2019.
right there.
Because
Pause.
right here, look at
Not
never,
going.
Right here, right?
Don't go. Right there it is.
Marty,
There it is. Listen,
whatever you do,
on Etsy.
don't
yeah,
go.
Don't go to 2020.
2020.
Etsy.com, guys. Go check it out. Go get some gear. The Bobby Kudo Show. Just go to Etsy.com and put in the Bobby Kudo Show. And so much merchandise over there. Go check it out. Good quality stuff. Steve's got his shirt on today. Joe has his limited edition. Whatever happens, Marty, don't go back to 2020. I got mine on too. My black one. Hold on. I'm just going to go get yours. Etsy.com. All right. Pause button. You ready for this one? It's the last one. Would you rather mentally or physically never age?
Ooh,
Huh? That's a good one, right? Mentally, physically.
I go physically.
But then you're just gonna get old and
Yeah,
right?
but how many?
Right.
I mean, what are you talking? Like maybe getting Alzheimer's or something? You know.
Well, you could be, who knows?
You know?
Who knows what it could be? Your brain is still gonna
But
age.
do you want to know that you can't walk and do what you got to do?
I mean, look, fucking.
I rather stumble around not knowing what the hell I'm doing.
Joe Biden's president-elect. He's got fucking dementia.
Dude,
So why
wicked
can't you
bad,
do it?
Right? Wicked bad. It's
Anybody,
bad.
if he can do it, anybody
It's
can
bad.
do it.
It's
What the
bad.
fuck?
It is. It's bad. So, Steve, you had to go ruin that. Now it's Joe Biden. Now I'm thinking of Joe Biden.
Bieber.
Come
You know
on,
the
man.
thing.
Come on, man.
You know the thing.
Come
The
on,
thing.
man. What was that other one? We're going to save trouble. Right? Was that what? Whatever the hell that was.
Humana.
What'd you think of that, guys? What'd you think? That was
pretty
the
good.
question, yeah. Like, I would do that. I think we do that every now and then. Kind of, it's fun, right? It's a little
I like it.
something different, man, right?
Justin, I
To
can't
your
wait.
point.
Justin says, I can't wait till Baker mandates masks for your mics.
Oh my God! Imagine that. We got these. I don't know if anybody's seen these. We got the. This is what I use to cover the microphones right here. Let's see. There it is, right there. You guys see that?
Crown Royale.
Crown Royale. There it is. Steve, you mentioned something cool about these bags that I didn't know. So I said to him, when the guys came into the studio today, I actually said to them, like, what else do you do with the Crown Royal bag if you don't have a podcast, Michael? What do you do with the bag? And you mentioned that they send notes to the.
Yeah, there's some lady that set up an organization that we saw it on the CMT Awards or something. She takes the bags and she sends like letters from everyday people and sends them overseas.
How
to
cool
the
is that,
soldiers.
dude? I mean, I got to be honest with you. I give credit because when's the last time I sat down and wrote a note to, you know what I mean, like a true. Like I've never done it. I've never even thought of doing that. And you almost think to yourself, it's a special kind of person that thinks of those things. That you know what? Believe it or not, guys, we're still at war, right? There are still troops in Afghanistan. There are still troops in Iraq.
We're bringing them home, though.
Bringing them home now.
Yeah,
right?
Bringing them home.
Yeah, but
Before Biden gets in.
But what was that whole thing that they shot rocket? They shot rockets at the embassy.
I
you
didn't hear
that?
anything about that.
That
You
was-
sent out
yeah.
that link. I haven't heard a word about it.
I haven't heard anything in the news. Nothing about it. But
Wasn't that what?
I don't know if that was true.
Iran, was it Iran or Iraq that did that?
I thought it was in Iraq.
And they shot it at the embassy.
Because we were,
yeah.
because they were going to be removing troops.
That's because they know Biden's in, and these pansy Democrats ain't going to do shit, and they're all bought by these state.
Stop saying that shit. Biden's in. Stop saying that shit.
These world leaders. Congratulations. I mean, that's kind of right.
So what happens when Trump wins? Now Trump is going to fucking tell all those leaders to go get fucked, and I don't blame him.
Do you guys know? I'm kind of shifting a little bit. Do you guys know? And kind of staying on point at the same time. Do you know that Trudeau? Prime Minister Trudeau from Canada. How much money do you think he would make as a prime minister? Yeah, if you were just to guess, just to guess, Prime Minister of Canada.
No idea. I couldn't even
$175,000 a year. That's it. That's what they pay him, and he gets $2,000 of allowance for a vehicle. Why am I talking about Justin Trudeau? Because I happen to have a clip of Mr. Justin Trudeau.
Another fucking douchebag.
Well, you got to hear what he says because this is very disturbing to me. And what he's actually talking about is he's talking about shutting down Canada.
Building back better means getting support to the most vulnerable while maintaining our momentum on reaching the 2030 agenda for
Wait till you hear what he
sustainable
says.
development and the SDGs. Canada is here to listen and to help. This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges like extreme poverty, inequality.
I think he needs to shut the fuck up and learn to run his own country. Once he can get his socialized medicine to work, then come talk to us.
A reset. And he talks about poverty.
We've been talking about this for what we as conservatives have been talking about this for at least 2 years.
Okay. My question is this. What does locking down a country have to do with poverty and resetting an economic system? What is he saying? Like, seriously, guys, what is he saying? He's not talking about COVID. That's the reason, right? We're going to lock you down because of COVID. But what he's saying is we're going to somehow fix the economic system and regain balance amongst the population by shutting everybody down.
Yeah, because they're going to shut down all the small business.
Brother, that's socialism, man. That's socialism, man.
Okay, listen, let me ask you a question. Why is it that a small business has to shut down while Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, Stop and Shop, all these big people,
they're conglomerates.
But they can stay open.
Yeah. Well, because they say they're essential.
They're essential, but the small restaurant.
You know where I work. You guys know where I work, and I'll say it out loud. I don't think we're essential. I mean, just because we sell Lysol, I mean, the majority of our product are knickknacks is what we sell. Right. I mean, seriously, and we're considered essential. Right. I was told by my manager that we weren't going to shut down. Like, if we did another shutdown, that we were going to continue to move product and supply the stores with product. To be honest with you, it's the workaround is that we do sell Lysol, so it's a cleaning product. So therefore, we are essential.
Right.
That's what
you sell one product,
just like the small and mom and pop shops.
Yep.
As long as if you sell food, you could stay open.
Imagine how you can have a drink, but you got to order food, or you can't have a drink. Like, I don't understand the logic in that. If I wanted to walk into my favorite establishment, maybe my wife or my girlfriend works as a bartender in this location, I can't just go in and say, honey, can you get me a beer? I'm going to have a Corona. No, I can't do that. I got to order French fries. I got to order buffalo wings. I got to order nachos in order to have
they just make up their own fucking rules. They make up whatever rules they want to make up.
But we do it, though. We're doing it. That's the problem. I mean, dude, we're sitting here.
Because we're all a bunch of pussies.
That's the thing, but we're doing it. We are literally doing it.
I don't think
verbatim.
I think you're gonna see more of a pushback once this vaccine comes out.
I mean, listen.
Because people are not going to be wearing masks anymore. Once this vaccine comes out, people are going to be like,
I think you're
fucking
right.
vaccinated. I don't need a mask. Fuck your mask.
Wait, you don't think that they're going to push this vaccine back?
They may.
I think so.
I think right now.
Because they're talking about end of the year for the elderly and first responders.
Oh, I already know.
You don't think that shit's going to get pushed back till next July? It's going to happen.
Of course.
Because If that's the
But
whole point.
I'm wearing my mask to help out the people that have underlying health issues and elderly.
The magical mask.
All those people get these vaccines. They are no longer can get the virus. So I could walk around and do whatever the hell I want.
And that's why the vaccine is going to get pushed back and back and back.
So do you wear a pin? Do they put a microchip? How do they know that
they must give you a card? Huh? But how does that happen because of HIPAA law?
How do you know that there's not a chip in that
You got
vaccine?
the HIPAA law, so you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to walk around and be like, I am vaccinated.
So here's the problem, because you know what? Call me conspiracy theorist, call me whatever the hell you want. I don't care. I will not get a vaccine. Nobody can force me to get a fucking vaccine because I don't trust. I don't give a shit who's president.
A lot of people don't trust it.
I don't trust it. One, what's in that vaccine? Because I wouldn't be a bit surprised there was a fucking
the
chip
people
in
that made it are the ones that tell you that it's safe. Right? I mean, that's the bottom line.
I don't care if Trump was president and said, "Hey, take that vaccine." I'm still not going to take the vaccine.
So let me get this straight. I'm supposed to believe the politicians that have fucking lied to me the whole time. Lied to me. I'm supposed to believe that they didn't put a fucking chip in it.
Well, anything for that matter. Even if beyond that, years ago, when the troops would go, like when you went to basic training, Celia's still with us. She'll actually, I know she can contest to this. When you went into the military, they give you a bunch of vaccines.
Yeah,
I swear, I got a friend of mine, my buddy Eddie.
My cousin.
Shout out Eddie.
He's on here right now.
Yeah, he's a Marine.
Steve.
And he told me that after he got those vaccines, he never felt the same way ever again. He swears to this day that there was something that he never, and it's funny because his wife now, she said it. She goes, when he went away to basic training, he never came back. I mean, he's Eddie.
I do think that your people, their DNA and react to certain shots. Like me, I've gotten the flu shot when I was younger, maybe twice.
Yeah.
Both times I took it, my body reacted. I got a cold.
Yeah.
And they say that you're not supposed to when you get the flu shot.
A lot of people do.
Right. I reacted to it differently than say you go and get it. You're perfectly fine.
Immune system, right.
So for me to give those shots to my kids, I'm nervous because I don't know how their body, how they're going to react to it.
Right, because they share your DNA.
Did your kids get the flu vaccine?
My son just got his, and my daughter's going to go get hers.
Because now they're not allowing them in school if they don't
without
have
it. Yeah, you got it.
Which to me is fucking bullshit.
You gotta get it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. My daughter gets hers every year, but the fact that the government is telling me my daughter
the game
has
changer.
to,
Yeah,
I think it's bullshit.
That's the game changer. That's the game changer. That's the game changer. When they force you to do it, when they tell you have to do it.
You know who's I feel bad for is the nurses and the doctors.
Yep.
Because they're going to be forced to take it.
They have to.
And if something bad happens, it's going to happen to them.
To them first.
And the elderly, because they're the ones that are going to get the flu shot before us. So say they all get this. Say it comes out in December. They're all priority. They're going to get it.
Yep.
Me or you, it probably won't be available until probably April, May of next year.
Yep.
By that time, we should be able to know what kind of side effects these people
Well, we're going to know because the first responders and the elderly are going to they're going to be reacting.
Can you
to
imagine that? All the first responders drop.
Dude. Imagine.
It's another reason to get your
or like even worst case scenario, and I hate to go like back full circle again, but we usually do in the podcast talking about 9/11. The first responders, man, those people, dude, they all
look at the long term now,
right? The cancer, the asbestos, all those people that died. And they remember there was John Stewart. He went to the Senate committee and he fought for that law to help because they were going to take the funding away, the medical funding for the first responders who are all dying from cancer and mesothelioma from being around that. Again, and here we are, same situation where people getting sick, first responders, are they getting sick? What do we do, man? What's the right? What do you do 10 years from now if these people all of a sudden end up with some kind of heart condition, right? It's 10 years from, you know what I mean? It's not today. It's 10 years from now. Do we not give a shit? Because they were actually going to cancel that bill for those 9/11 first responders. I bet you if you went back to 9/11.
All the patriotism from 9/11 was over.
It wore off.
It wore off.
Yeah, it wore off. It did. It wore off.
That's why Graham, if you watch Graham Allen, he has an organization. It's 9/12.
Yeah.
He wants to go back to September
12th, the day
how
after.
America was after 9/11.
Yeah.
Everybody was
united.
I tell you, man,
united.
That'd be nice if we were all like that again.
Yeah, as horrific as it was.
Just so divided right now.
Yeah, as horrific, it also inspiring when you seen the people. You couldn't tell if they were black or white. They were literally covered in all the debris and dust, but everybody was carrying somebody.
Right.
You never seen one person by them. It was two people literally carrying each other along. and they didn't care.
I think that could happen again. If somebody came in here and messed with us again, I honestly think we would all band together.
Jeez, but why? What cost, Joe?
Right. But
that's what I'm saying. Why does it have to get to that point?
What cost?
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's stupid.
Yeah. What cost? Like, seriously, what is it going to take? Is it going to take that? Is it going to take a tragic situation? I will tell you, there was a time where a little girl fell in the well and it brought a whole country together.
Yes.
So, the idea, right? The idea that just one person could make all that difference.
So what people need to do is open up their eyes and go, listen, your differences in whether politics or what does not matter.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
It doesn't. So you losing your friends, your family members.
Yep.
Does it really matter at this point? Like, people. Okay, you didn't like Obama. I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. Like, that don't make no sense because Obama is no longer your president.
Right.
You don't like Trump. A lot of people don't like Trump. Okay. Did it really matter?
No, it doesn't.
Like, you've been friends with these people. You've been, for years and years.
Look at my uncle.
Family members. Splitting family members.
Yeah.
Over a person.
Yeah.
That isn't going to be in office.
Right. Who doesn't even know who you are. Doesn't even know who you are. You're nothing. You are nothing.
It really.
Yeah.
That's like me. I can have friends that are liberals.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I can be friends with you. We don't see eye and eye on one thing.
Yep.
But guess what? I get along with you on everything else.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the hell does that...
Yeah. We both like the Patriots. We both like the Bruins. You know what I mean? We may not like the same president, but it doesn't mean we can't be friends.
Right.
I mentioned it in episode 46, guys, and I said it. This whole thing with the episode Follow for a Follow, the whole unfollow thing. And actually, I was sitting, and my wife was on her phone, and she's going through it, and she's like, oh, you're done. Oh, you're done. And I'm like, wait a minute. Again, and going back to the whole idea, like,
my kind of lady.
I know, right? I say to myself, "Listen, are you really are you monoing your life? I mean, are you removing?"
But how truly friends are they? I'm talking about
no, I know,
people you've grown up with.
Yeah.
And
I know.
20 years, you've known 20 plus years.
Yes.
10.
But I'm talking
that's
more.
What
I know what you're saying.
saying.
I'm saying more along the lines of closing your mind. You know what I mean? Like, just literally. I know you're doing. It's personal. I'm with you on that. But saying even on another level look, I'm not going to listen to anything you say. You may have the cure to cancer, but I'm not going to listen to you because you voted for Donald Trump. Right. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, people are willing to go to that extreme where, like, listen, it doesn't matter if you're elderly. It doesn't matter if you're a female. Antifa will come and they will take you out. They have shown you. It almost has gotten to the point where, guys, if you grab two magnets and you try to put the magnets, right, opposing poles, and you try to put the magnets together, the closer you get with those magnets, right, the more opposing force it is. I believe we are at that point right now where you're forcing those two magnets together, and the impact is unbelievable. You've got people that are spitting on each other. You got people that are ripping flags out of each other's hand, punching each other in the face. It's become physical. And again, not to plagiarize anybody, I give him all the credit in the world. Dan Bongino said it. It was going to be a street fight. And he's, you know what? The only thing I won't give him credit for is he said it's not going to be a literal street fight. That's what he said. But in true fact and reality, guys, it's a literal street fight.
Yeah.
If you go out in the street and you have a Donald Trump shirt on, there's a good chance somebody come up and just hit you over the head with a fucking bat.
You don't even need to have a Donald Trump. You don't even need to have that anymore.
Seriously.
We're at that point where we're past who you support.
Right. If I just think that you're right, I'm coming after you.
They're attacking each other.
Yeah,
they're not even attacking. Like
it
the
was
left
inevitable.
Is literally attacking the left.
It was inevitable.
Like, the Democrat Party is turning on each other. Even the politicians. AOC is turning on the Democrat Party.
Yes. And again,
there is no Democratic
and they
Party.
called it, and they called it because they actually said to them, they said it was at some point the guillotine will fall on you. I'm with you.
I'm
right?
gonna make
and the guillotine comes down.
I'm gonna make a prediction. And it's gonna be right here, right now, today.
Good.
The Democrat Party, the Democrat Party. I shouldn't say that, but the Democrat Party, is gonna split, and you're gonna see the Democrat Party, and then you're gonna see whatever it is, whatever it's going to be, the socialist,
like a grassroots kind of thing,
socialist party, the communist party, whatever the hell
the
you
Tea
want,
Party,
the liberal party, whatever the hell you want to call it. There's going to be a third party.
Yeah.
between our two bills, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to say that to you in person.
Right. Madam Speaker, these are incredibly difficult times right now, and we'll leave it on that
I'm always
note.
Prepared,
Thank you
Joe.
so much for joining
we'll
us.
leave it on the vote that you are not right on this, Wolf, and I hate to say that to you. But I feel confident about it, and I feel confident about my colleagues.
I hate to say this to you, but I love saying
in
it.
my chairs.
And it's not about me. It's about millions of Americans who can't put food on the table, who can't pay the rent,
And
who are
we
having
represent
trouble,
them. And
who
we
are
represent them.
getting
And
by
we
on
represent
these
them.
long food
And we
lines that we're
represent
seeing.
them.
I know
we
you
know
are.
them.
Nobody lets anybody
represent
speak.
them, and we know them.
That's the other problem.
As we
We
say,
know them. We represent them.
don't let the
Yes.
perfect be the enemy of the good, as
I
they
love
say.
that
It's
right
nowhere
there.
near perfect.
Madam Speaker.
Always the case, but we're not even close to the good.
The
All right,
Democrat
let's see what
Party
happens,
actually
because
elected
every
this
day
bitch
is
to House of the
critically
Speaker
Again.
important. Thanks so
more
much
years.
for
Thank you for
joining
your
us.
know if she's gonna get voted
sensitivity
in.
to our constituents' needs.
Because remember,
I am sensitive to them because
the
I
House,
see them on
they
the
no
street
longer
begging for food,
own majority
begging
of
for
the
money.
House anymore.
Madam Speaker, thank
Have
you
you
so
fed
much.
them? We feed them.
they don't
We
own
feed
the
them.
majority.
We'll continue this
They need what,
conversation.
220 to vote her in?
They still have the majority.
Yeah, they still have
I know, but some of them could flip because remember, a lot of them didn't want her in
Well,
there in the first place.
That's a valid point. 'cause
AOC will not vote her
You
in.
got people like AOC
Yeah, right.
and
Who would it
Ilhan
be? Would you,
Omar.
do you think AOC would get it?
No.
AOC, no.
Then who?
I don't even know
But
how
I
she
don't-
got voted back in. Her and Ema.
Oh my God.
Eon Oma.
Yeah, what is that whole girl group thing? What is that? What does that got going on?
That's
scary.
socialist right
Yeah,
there.
that's scary to me. That's scary to me. And they're blowing that horn loud and clear, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's imagine and again. You know that's
You got a little what's her dipshit marrying her brother.
Eon.
Yeah.
Eon Oma.
Yeah,
Uma,
I don't fuck her
She
name
gave
is. I don't give a
$2.8
shit.
million to her husband's
Dude,
the first husband,
Lawyer?
or her first brother, or second brother. husband.
lawyer's firm.
dude, they
Where'd she get
fucking
2.8
reelected
million
her.
from?
Hunter got 3.5 million from Russia.
Guy, they reelected this bitch.
Yeah, who did? That's amazing. To me.
Minnesota.
Then we need to go to Minnesota. We need to collect. We got to get in a bus. We got to go to Minnesota. We have to. We have to stop
They
it.
reelected this bitch. What
Who?
are you thinking?
Who? Why? Why would you do? Because I want to ask somebody. I actually want to walk up to somebody and ask them.
You know what?
Tell me why.
I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me why.
I'm going to tell you why.
Dude, Minnesota.
Dude, I'm
Of all
going to tell you
places.
why. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, because it's a certain section of Minnesota
Mm-hmm.
that is all refugees
Yeah.
from.
You know, they say that France is like
Muslims.
that too. They say France too.
Where the hell did she come from? Somalia
Yeah, Somalia. She's Somalian, right?
I have no idea.
or
We're gonna have to look that up. We're gonna have to look that up because we can't say it. if
wherever
it's
the
not
hell
true.
it was? Right, wherever the hell she came from.
Middle East?
There's
Middle
it
Eastern?
is Middle
She's
East.
Middle
Eastern.
Yeah, she's Muslim.
Yeah, let's just say
Dude,
she's
the
Muslim,
whole-
Middle Eastern.
That whole community
Yeah.
is majority of the
They-
same
Yep.
same nationality
Yep.
she is,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And so it ends up being the same thing we've talked about before. Well, she's my kind, so I'm
Yeah.
going to vote
Yeah,
for her.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
like the
yeah.
Portuguese people
Yes,
do down
yes,
here
yes.
for representatives
Yep,
like
yep,
Cabral,
yep.
who has done nothing but fuck them for years.
Yep, yep.
But damn, they love getting
Yeah,
fucked.
yeah,
So they
yeah.
continue to vote for these morons.
Yep.
And it's the same thing that's happening there. You got to remember, in Minnesota, there's video footage.
Yeah.
Okay, video footage, evidence of ballots being collected from elderly. It is Somalian.
Oh, I sent you that video.
Elderly Somalians giving up their vote to these people coming around collecting it.
Collected. I'm thinking
Going
that-
into the elderly
yeah,
buildings and just
thinking,
knocking on the doors. Give me your
Because they don't
give
know
me
any
your
better.
election.
Give me your election.
They don't know any better. They don't speak English.
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
know
right,
shit.
right. And I heard that they're paying out. Some people are getting money
they're getting
for
paid
their
for
ballots,
each one.
right? They get ballot, they get money for the ballots. Guys, that's some scary stuff right there. Because again, that's that nucleus, that part of control. And how many of those do you need when then you're controlling the House? Where if you're talking a 50 and 51, right, or I should say 49-51. That 51 is the difference, right? That's the vote. Like no filibuster. You that 51 is the vote. So it takes that one person. Joe, I keep going back to that amazing point that you made about the mayors and the governors. We don't give them enough credit. We vote them in, not realizing the amount of magnitude and power that they have to literally shut us down. They shut everything down.
What can Trump do?
What can you do? No, seriously,
You see what was going on in Chaz.
Yeah.
He couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Cut funding.
Right, you can cut
That's
the
it.
funding all you want, but they're still going to run the. Look at California.
No, what you got to do is you got to cut the subsidies to the
At
oil
some
companies.
point, without the funding, they can't
no
do
funding
shit.
to oil companies. We don't want to fund the oil companies. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no oil. We don't want to frack. We're not going to do oil. We're not going to do anything. We're
Listen,
going to
all these
terminate a whole
people,
industry.
all these people are happy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't like Trump because of the things he says.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I love
I
paying
love
$5 a
Biden
gallon.
because he talks to the people. The way he talks to people is civilized. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you're at the gas pump paying $4 a tank,
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, and I'm going to ask you guys.
Remember that.
I want you guys to eliminate anything biased, okay? Into the question I'm about to ask you. You have Joe Biden and you have Donald Trump, and they're both standing side by side. Regardless of which one, who would you rather carry a conversation with? If you could have a conversation for 20 minutes with either one of them,
clearly Donald Trump, hands down. Because Joe Biden, without a teleprompter, can't utter a sentence without fucking it up.
Quite honestly, I think my conversation with Joe Biden would be meaningless. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even know what I would ask him and what he could say that would help me with my life. Donald Trump, you have a conversation with Donald Trump. In those 20 minutes, he might actually tell you the secret to success. In those 20 minutes, hey, listen, if you do this, you'll be rich like me.
Dude, you know what you need to do? You need to get Donald Trump to tweet about this podcast.
Oh, my God,
Dude,
I
you
wish.
Would blow up.
Imagine.
Dude, you'd blow
How do
up.
we do that? How do we do that?
You just got to keep banging his Twitter account.
I would
with
say
shit.
Joe Biden, too, but I'm not sure you could spell kudo. I don't know if you could.
I don't think Joe Biden can spell Joe.
Right? Imagine.
Dude, you see that video of him?
He's in bad shape.
Dude, his fucking teleprompter stopped.
Yeah,
the minute the teleprompter stopped talking,
froze.
No, this was recent. This was like yesterday.
Yeah.
Dude, the minute the teleprompter stopped, he went from talking clearly to dude, he went
like nothing.
that thing.
Like
dude,
nothing.
Guys,
without that, he's done.
He touched Cardi B.
Imagine. And somehow we got a population of people that want him to be the president. I mean, hey, guys, you know what? We talked about a lot of stuff today. We talked about the voting. We talked about, the obvious corruption in the voting system, and how disturbing that is to, our way of life as Americans. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Again, in America, we do not guarantee you happiness, but we do guarantee you the pursuit of it. You know what I mean? Right? Like
they're almost taking that away.
You can't guarantee somebody they're going to be happy, but we give you the opportunity. Hey, listen, you can be happy here if you want to, but you have to want to.
You have to work for it.
You have to work for it.
You have to work for it.
That's the difference.
That's the problem with the people.
And that's the
Nobody
problem.
wants to work
and
for it.
that's the problem inherently. And that is that opposition to our Constitution, where you got people like us we're the cogs in the wheels, and we're making it work. And then you've got a system of people that are just riding the train. And it's a lot of weight, bro. At some point,
when the point is when, because these people now, they're around our age and younger.
They're coming.
So guess what? When it's time for me and you to retire,
they're here.
There's no money.
Yeah, they're here.
Who's going to pay for me and you to retire?
Yeah,
the money will be there.
Yeah,
just like free college education.
Yeah, but nobody else is going to be working.
No, Joe, it's going to work itself out, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, you got to elect me president before I can show you results.
Good times make weak men.
That's what they say.
Bad times make strong men, and that's, I think, hopefully.
Unfortunately,
this. I hate to say that. We are obviously in a bad time, that we have a generation that's going to come up, and maybe they're going to be stronger. But dude, when you talk about remote learning. Like, what are they learning? What are these? They don't have
Kids
that.
Not learning shit.
When I was at school, if I had a problem with something, my teacher could be like, looks like Bobby's struggling. You know what I mean? Hey, Bobby, can you stay after class? I just want to. Yeah, hey, listen, you're kind of struggling a little bit. Yeah. Is that happening today? No, because you're on a computer screen. All right, kids, we're all done for the day now. Have a nice day. Disconnect. That's it. You're done. Right? There is no personal connection.
Yeah.
Or conversation. I'll go back to middle school. I'll never forget Mr. Petrazik. He was my social studies teacher. I love talking to that guy. The guy was brilliant. You know what I mean? The way that he spoke, the ideas that he had, I always appreciated the idea that, and I think about that, and I say to myself, there isn't a kid out there right now that's remote learning that's having that personal one-on-one, relationship with a teacher, with somebody who is higher learning, that has a little experience and, could tell you a little something that's just cool, right? Like, I didn't know that, or maybe I had a perception of something, and this person of institute is going to maybe teach me something that I don't know. No, man, that's not happening. And unfortunately, I hate to put all the teachers in a category, but majority of teachers are very liberal. They have the agenda, that liberal agenda that's driven by a union. You know what I mean? Really, the teachers union really invokes that, and these are the people that are teaching our kids. That
reminds me of a story that my buddy was telling me 2 days ago. Kid goes to it's actually a charter school, and the teacher had them write a letter to President Biden. And I'm like, so this guy's telling me the story, and I'm like, well, Biden's not president. And he looked at me, he goes, that's what I said.
Right.
So his kid wrote this letter, but he didn't write Dear President Biden. He wrote Dear Mr. Biden. Teacher failed him. He failed the project because he didn't follow
Imagine
instructions.
That. See, that's like
Like, wait a minute, how did he not follow?
That makes him.
He didn't follow instructions.
That makes me mad.
because he didn't call him
Because they're teaching them agenda.
That's what it is,
Dude.
It's the agenda.
It's just stick to it.
It's out there.
Yeah.
And guys, I hate to say this out loud, but these teachers spend more time with your kids than you do. Seriously, they really do. So, what's the influence? You know what I mean? You hear things. I have a friend. She has a son, and her son is extremely liberal to a point of extremism. You know what I mean? And where did he learn that? You know what I mean? Where did he get that from? Because she's the furthest thing from being a liberal. You know what I mean? She's very conservative. So, you got an adult. He's an adult now who has we're talking like I'm protesting kind of mentality.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? Like, how do you?
Did you live at home with her?
Yes.
Get him the fuck out.
No.
Dude,
No,
you're an adult. You know everything. Get the fuck out.
I guess, right? I guess that's
a rule.
Dude,
in
listen,
my house, when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hey, listen, you're not going to school no more. You have to get a job.
You have to get a job.
Get a
That was
job
it.
to live here. That's it.
Yeah.
Dude, listen.
That was it. Yeah. You're
not
right.
for nothing, right? I
You're
got
right.
a 25-year-old daughter. She still lives at home,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
She
Good
works.
job. Good job.
She
Yep,
works.
She works.
Dude, she
Yep.
goes to school.
Yep.
And she follows my rules in my house.
That's
She's
what more could you
25
ask
years
for?
old. She
Yep.
still follows my fucking rules.
Yep. And I agree, dude. As a parent, I don't mind. I want to keep. If I can keep my kids as long as I can keep my kids, I'll keep them as long as they're working, they're going to school,
right?
They're making something of their lives,
right?
Why rush until?
Why depend on mommy and you can't depend on mommy and daddy?
I like to use this philosophy. There was a time where people were dying at 40 and 50 years old, so you had to do things quick. You know what I mean? Like I got to get married. Today, people live to be 80, 90, 100 years old. What's the rush? If you're 25, you're home, relax.
Well, but here's the thing. Here's my point. So here's my point, right? He's a fucking liberal. Put him out on his fucking ass. Let him go get a job and work.
Figure it out.
I guarantee you he won't be liberal for fucking long.
They say a liberal is a liberal till the day they get mugged. That's what they say. That's what they say. As soon as a liberal becomes a victim,
so all these people that are getting beat up by like Trump supporters right now,
right?
They're no longer liberal.
Well, think about it. Till they no. That I would agree that would only enforce it. I'm saying when you get mugged. You know what I mean? When you're walking down the street and you defunded the police, and a guy comes up to you and puts a gun to your head and says, "Give me all your money," and you know what I mean? I'm gonna. At that point, are you for the Second Amendment or are you against the Second Amendment? Right? I mean, right?
We've seen those videos, right?
Right. Seriously,
where some of these protesters defunding the police, defund the police, all this. And then all of a sudden they're getting their butts whooped.
Yep.
Where's the police?
Where the cops
Where's
at?
the police?
Somebody called 911. Somebody called 911. Who's coming?
Like,
counselor? The counselor?
I'm going to be just like the police officers in New York, just like obeying a Cuomo.
That's what's coming, guys.
I'm going to make my sweet time coming over here.
That's what's coming.
Somebody's crying for help.
That's what's coming.
Listen, if you were a cop right now, you would respond full force to everything.
I'm going to want to be a cop
You know
right
what the
now.
worst thing is, though?
No, dude.
As
Be
a
like,
cop,
as soon as I finish
You know
my
what, though,
coffee,
Steve?
I'm on my way. Give them time to fucking clear out.
You know what, though? Those cops there, the cops that struggle, I can imagine the struggle. There are people still like us out there, bro, who support the police.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, wholeheartedly. Like the Bobby Kudo show, everything about it. Me personally, as a human being, my family, we support our first responders, and I will never deviate from that. There is nothing anyone ever say to me that will let me think for 1 second that defunding the police is a good idea.
Just because of a few bad cops.
Yeah,
Dude, I got a thin blue line American flag flying in front of my house.
Yep.
You ain't going to find a bigger supporter for police than me.
Right.
But they'd be nuts to respond
No, I know.
to anything. Dude, at this
Who pays
point,
the
man,
consequences? Us, right?
Absolutely.
The good people that are paying our taxes and doing
Dude,
the right thing.
absolutely. But
Are
you
we
know
the
what?
ones suffer the consequences?
But I can't blame them.
To your point, your daughter got rear-ended, right? You call the police, and what do they? They do nothing,
They
right?
did absolutely nothing.
They do nothing.
Dude,
there was a time, remember? The cop would help you fill out the paperwork.
Dude, he would have to file a report. You know what it was? It was 3:10.
Man.
It was shift change. He didn't want to fucking write a report.
It's funny. This is the second time he's coming up in the show. My buddy Eddie, just for whatever reason, we're talking about. He lived on Earl Street in Fall River, where O'Gill's restaurant is in Fall River. The very narrow road, and it's kind of weird the way you make the turn in. He had his Toyota Camry. He bought a brand new Toyota Camry. A truck came around the corner and literally like wiped out the whole car, like totaled it. It was up on the sidewalk. It was so bad. He called the police. You know what? Was anybody in the car? No. Then just call your insurance company. He's like, the car's on the sidewalk. Like there's still somebody out there driving around in a truck who just wiped out my car. He could be drunk. He could be right. They didn't care. They actually told him, did you get a license plate? He's like, no. He's like, but I did see it was a blue truck. They're like, well, there's nothing we can do about it. Imagine that. There's nothing we can do about it. That's the shit that makes you crazy. You know what I mean? So again, to your point, at what point do people, the citizens, suffer the consequences because the AOCs of the world want to defund the police?
That's why, just like we were talking about how many new gun owners there are out there. Yep. This is the reason why.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because it's almost like, let me get it now because you're not going to take it away. Once I get it, I have it. Yeah. Until before somebody says, we're no longer going to issue licenses to carry.
That's going to be a bad day.
That's a bad day, bro. That's a bad day because, again, history shows
that. That's a bad day because, you know what, with I don't know, what the hell's the number, like 500 million fucking guns in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Probably more than that.
Yeah. And you got some states that don't fuck around. Texas don't fuck around. Like, Texas is legit. Like, they're, right? You don't go to Texas waving a gun around because you get shot. It's not like around here where if you wave a gun around, somebody's like,
no, in Texas, you shoot a criminal, they give you a fucking medal.
Right? You get a little star, right?
Listen, in Massachusetts, you shoot a fucking criminal, you get sued and you lose.
Yeah.
You lose everything you fucking have.
Yeah. It's not just here, bro. There's a lot of that's happening in a lot of places, man, where people defending what belongs to them.
I go back to Florida.
Yeah.
I love it. Stand your ground.
Stand your ground.
I keep seeing, but that's what I was just going to say. I keep seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Like someday, some fucking day, people are going to wake up and they're going to be like, all right, Florida, Texas.
The majority has to do it.
Dude, it fucking works.
The majority has to do it.
See, their whole thing is like, oh, if we do that, then it's going to be like the Wild Wild West. Well, it's not, because we already have it in Texas. We already have it in Florida.
You know everybody has a gun down there. You're not going to be pulling some bullshit.
Maybe they want to look at the statistics in Chicago and New York because
they get the highest.
Right?
We're not going to talk. No, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that.
Lightfoot wouldn't want to talk about that.
Black Lives Matter, except in Chicago, where black people are killing black people by the dozens every day. We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. Again, I think, again, like everything else, the longer time goes on, you start to see things for what they really are. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, that whole Black Lives Matter movement, you could only hold that facade for so long until people actually realize what your intentions are. You know what I mean? And we all realize what their intention is. And it's really to just disassemble what we see as society. They want to take us back. They don't want to look forward and say, hey, let's forget about all this grievance and black and white, the segregation. They don't want to do that. They need it. And I go back to the Jesse Jacksons and the Al Sharptons of the world. Without the hate, without the racism, they're irrelevant. So it is in their best interest. Perfect example. Not an antivirus. Guess what? What do they produce? An antivirus software? Well, wouldn't it be in their best interest to maybe create viruses? Right? Right? Think about it.
Clearly, absolutely.
You're feeding your own system. And this is no different. Black Lives Matter. As long as you keep creating this separation and this divide and your message is violence, then you have an audience. You have a need. You're creating a need for yourself, right?
But Bobby, our message isn't violence.
Well, that's just it. That's the problem. And you have a side of people like us that is like saying, hey, listen, again, don't piss on my head and tell me it's raining. You cannot go ahead and tell me that you believe in Black Lives Matter and you're literally in the face of a police officer screaming, yelling racist remarks and then spitting in their face, and you're black. That's, to me, is such a contradiction of all of this. And this continues. And it only gets worse, guys, because now we're getting physical. Before, you could almost see the line where people like get right in your face, but they wouldn't touch you, right? Because you don't want to cross that line. Now, man, they sucker punch you and run away because they got masks on. You don't know who they are. Yeah. You can't see who they are. What happened to armed robbery, right? If you robbed a bank, right, you could rob a bank with a gun and you would get 10 years. As soon as you put a mask on, it's life in prison. Why? Because you're covering your face. You can't identify the person. Yeah. So here you have Antifa. All these people are wearing masks on their face, goggles, right? They're backpack. Every single one has a backpack. What the fuck's up with the backpack? What are they?
Where else are you going to carry your bricks?
The bricks, right? So it would have to be the bricks. And they're physically assaulting people.
They all have a backpack and a fucking skateboard. Dude, I don't understand.
You know what? The tough thing for me is, you guys, obviously, we saw that video of that young girl with the boyfriend, and she's trying to protect her from... And dude, she got sucker punched, man. It looks like it was a guy that did it. Like, they don't even care.
No, they don't.
They don't even care
because they all look the same.
They don't care. There's no line.
And they sucker punch you. That's the.
So I guess
it's like you want to punch me? Come in.
Yeah,
face to face, punch me.
There you go. The point I'm trying to get at is, did they get the order? Is that what happened? Did Antifa and Black? Did they get the order that says, "Hey, listen, go, do it. You're all in now.
Yep,
take them out."
Of course they did.
Right?
Somebody flew them in.
Right, because before it was, do this, right? Create the chaos, but don't Now they're like, hey, go ahead. You're all in. Do it. Yeah. Physical violence. Burn it down.
Dude,
cut them up. Do what you got to do.
People are paying them to protest. People are flying them in from everywhere to certain locations. Seattle, Portland, Washington, D.C., right? New York City. They're being flown in.
My wife got a text message, a DM from Instagram. It was to support Black Lives Matter. It was to support. If you want to support Black Lives Matter, and I said, gee, that's funny that you would get that. But somehow they profiled her and they sent her that. She's like, look at this. How crazy. I was actually going to send it to you guys. How strange that is that they're actually out there, asking for funds. That's what they're doing.
So Black Lives Matters, at this point, it's more than this, but they've collected like $350 million in donations, right?
Where's that money go, bro?
Dude, they haven't spent one fucking dollar.
Where does it go?
Nowhere. Dude, it's sitting somewhere. Somebody collected it. It's sitting somewhere. It hasn't helped one black life.
No.
In the whole country.
No, it really hasn't. It really hasn't. When you think about it, it really hasn't. What good has it done?
They're not doing anything.
There's no good. There hasn't been any good.
It would be good if they put it into their community or something.
Yeah, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Take that money.
Bro?
Yeah.
Dude, take that money. Build a school. A better school.
Whatever. Yeah.
Do something, right?
How about, listen, I like this crazy idea.
Or like a YMCA type of deal, where they
Boys and Girls Club.
Right.
How about you
something like that?
How about you take some of that money and you install ventilation air systems in the schools so that kids can go back to school and you have clean air in these buildings so that they can have some type of normalcy in their lives. How about that? I mean, honestly, when you think about it, what would be the cost? If I said $1 million, if I said $1 million to put a ventilation system in a school that would purify the air, kind of like our HEPA filter that we have here, and it would allow kids to go to school and they would be okay. You wear a mask, but most of the air that you're breathing
it's almost over, though. At that point, we got a vaccine.
Yeah. Well, but see, right? Wouldn't that be good for the money, like to do something like that? Like,
So,
wouldn't that?
I bet you'd get a lot more donations if you were actually putting that money to good use.
Yeah. The scary part of all this is that they were able to generate that kind of revenue because that's power. When you have
a lot of that money came from.
Yeah,
we know where it came from.
George cut him a blank check.
Not just him, but like Bloomberg.
Yeah, Bloomberg. Yeah, him too.
All the shitbags.
Yeah, Gates. All of them. All these. Yeah. The Zuckerbergs of the world. They're all. Yeah, that's that group that. Again, they're up on the top of that mountain looking down on us because, they need the ants to carry the leaves. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing. That's really what we're doing. And again, we don't have kind of circling back, guys. I mean, listen, we're almost going 2 hours and 40 minutes. Right.
You got a lot of editing to do later.
I took the day off tomorrow. I took the day off tomorrow. So I'm going to get this thing cut up and post it as quick as possible. But going back to that whole 9/11 concept and realizing that what happened there and the way we mentioned joining people together, we know without 9/11, if this was happening now and you asked me, I would say that there's no way. There's absolutely no way that people could love one another and care for one another and care about one another without any restriction. Because it was people literally giving up their lives to save others, that they did that. And without 9/11, I don't know that we could ever go there. But knowing that 9/11 happened, I know that you guys know we can go back there. We can get back to that point where we're all in this together.
Well, you don't need a tragedy to happen.
But
all we just need to do is just be open-minded.
Yeah, that's it. You just got to it's this, right?
It's all in your own.
It's all in your mind. It's your concept and the way that you're presenting yourself.
Yeah.
And I challenge you. Rather than be combative and conflictive, why not be intuitive? Why not be intellectual? Why not be questioning everything, right? Like,
think for yourself.
Right? Think for yourself. Well, this doesn't sound right? Am I just going to believe what somebody's telling me? Guys, I'll be honest with you. And my wife, I mean, we talk all the time. Even the people that she works with, they don't know. They don't like the things that we talk about, guys. And we share a lot of information between the three of us on Instagram, Twitter. Like, it's funny because we use all the platforms, right? If we go to any of them, it's you guys.
I can't keep up.
But we share a lot of information. Like, my wife tells me, she goes, at work, people have no idea. Like, again,
because it's not on mainstream media.
I go back to the Biden laptop. Like, nobody knows. Yeah. No, nobody knows. Nobody knows. We're talking about it. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about it here on the podcast. If we didn't talk about it, if it wasn't here, nobody would know. I mean, obviously, there's people that are into this stuff that, into life, really.
Just like the election.
Yeah, same thing.
Just like what's going on now with the evidence that they found.
Yep.
They say they got evidence. They're ready to put it out. But you don't see it on.
No,
it's not breaking news on on CBS or NBC. But if this was against Trump, it'd be all over.
That's the worst part.
And because it goes to their agenda.
And I hate to go there. I hate doing that. But you're absolutely right, bro. I have to agree with you wholeheartedly, man. It is a total double standard.
Yep.
But again, the question that I always struggle with, guys, is I go back to it is why. Like the grand
they control you.
Yeah, but why?
If they don't inform you with it, they control you.
What are they getting out of it? What is George Soros getting out of this? Is he just getting
getting what he wants right now?
But what is he getting?
Power.
Exactly.
We've talked about this. Dude.
Is it
power?
And that's it. And that's it.
Just he's got all the money in the world.
Yeah,
dude.
He can get any girl he wants.
Okay.
He can get anything
Remember
he
what we
wants.
talked about?
He doesn't have power.
Yeah.
Remember those questions?
Yeah.
Would you rather have time or money?
Time or money.
Well, the motherfucker's got all the money he needs.
So therefore, he has all the
So
time.
now he's got all the time in the world
to do whatever.
fuck with you and me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is
Imagine
literally
that.
what he wants to do.
It's fun, right? It's a game to them.
Dude,
it is. It's a game.
He's
It's a
playing
game.
puppeteer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like what was that? Hunter Games, right? Where the
Hunger Games.
Yeah, where you right? Same idea. Where you're out there and you try to survive, and the one that makes it through, right? That's the only
what
way.
We need a cleanse.
Yeah,
And that's
a purge.
and
Purge.
and that's why I said that's why I brought it back to China. They control what their people see and get information
They
from
would
on the
love to
internet.
do that here.
That they're already practically doing it. Look at his point. They didn't know about the laptop. Why didn't they know about the laptop?
Bro.
Because they're not doing the research. All they're doing is turning on the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, Fox News, CBS, CNN.
Yeah, Fox News
nobody's
is-
talking really
Fox
about
News
it.
is done.
They
Fox
are
News
done.
has
Yeah,
literally.
but you know what? I did see that about Tucker Carlson and Hannity, and both of them made statements that they're not leaving Fox.
No, but Fox.
Of course they will.
But they will eventually.
Nah.
But Fox News buried themselves. They're fucking done. They are done. Newsmax has taken over the whole conservative movement.
One of the most impactful videos that I've seen in a long time is that video where they show each news anchor and they're all saying
The same exact thing.
Then all of a sudden,
the
right?
keyword.
Yeah,
right?
man.
Here's
right?
your word of the
right?
week.
How scary is that? Because that's not made up, man. That's legit. You can't make that shit up. Like that's
Every news outlet says the same exact sentence.
So
Like it
is
was
it this?
handed
So
to them.
I'm a
Imagine
producer.
that.
So let's just say I'm a producer at, let's say, Channel 3, right? I'm Channel News 3. I'm a producer. What happens? Do I get an email in the morning with an agenda of what we're going to talk about from the day?
And what you're going to say.
And who does that come from? Who does that? Is it George? Is George the one that's sending that email out? Is he the one that's?
So
deep
here's
state.
the
Right?
thing. It's
Your
not
deep state.
It's not George, but it's all these organizations that are funded by George.
The deep state.
Right, and you got that right
Dude.
up the top, and then it
all
kind of trickles down after that.
Dude, they
All
want
it
one
is.
world government.
Man,
That's what the agenda is.
The
You
New
ask
World
what the
Order,
agenda.
baby.
wow!
You ask for the agenda.
It's
There
here,
it is.
guys. It's
It's
here.
coming.
It's here.
It's coming.
here.
And it's coming.
Dude, it's here.
Yeah.
If Trump loses,
Yeah.
it's here. If Trump wins,
I will tell you,
we still have a chance.
withdrawals, man. Withdrawals. I will tell you a little bit of withdrawals. Like him going from the campaign and seeing him almost every day on TV talking about, and then all of a sudden, nothing. There's absolutely been nothing. He had that one situation where he talked about the vaccine, right? He came on TV, but other than that, there's been no questions. There's been no nothing. It's like everything has been, and I would imagine, obviously, you're in litigation, right? All kinds of lawsuits going on and everything going on.
They're trying to keep him quiet because let's be honest.
There
Trump likes to put his foot in his mouth a lot.
There isn't a liberal listening to this podcast who would admit it, but everybody misses Trump on television right now. I don't care who you are, because even if you don't like him, listening to him on television, it's entertaining. It is. It's absolutely entertaining.
It gives them something to talk about.
It does.
And now
It really
he's not
does.
talking, so
And
they have nothing.
They have nothing, right? They have nothing to talk about. It's almost like it's withdrawals. They're going through withdrawals right now without him on.
Dude,
on
they're
the air.
interviewing the same people every day. If you ever watch CNN, it's the same,
It's the same people
being
Let
interviewed.
me ask you a question, and this is totally because I don't know, and I'm only asking. I did hear mention that even if he didn't win the presidency, that he'd still be in some type of power and control. How does he have any say in government? They're saying that he would still be a predominant, figure and force for the Republican Party. How does that work? Is he? Because I would think to myself,
Same way that Obama is.
right? Would that be it? Would that be it? Like just being an
You think
influencer,
so?
Is that what it would be?
Do you
like
think? You think if Trump wins, do you think he'll run in 2024?
No.
I don't think. Yeah,
I could see his son running.
I think he'll run in 2024 because he's entitled to 2 fucking
But he'll
terms.
be
he
what?
is entitled
And after 4 years of fucking
But
Biden,
he'll be what,
Yep.
78?
Yeah, 78. That's not bad. Biden's 80.
Biden's
78.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If I'd known
I'm all set with putting a 70. I'm all set with putting a 78-year-old in office. His son.
You know what?
Ivanka.
Listen,
Ivanka.
If he's 78, but he's still with it, like he is, and he can still do what he does now, I don't give a fuck how old he is.
Well, he can win because Biden won. If Biden won, then he can win.
Well, I think after.
Well, I don't know. It depends on how much money he wants to pay the Dominion.
Guys, we're still talking electoral votes, though.
I think.
Right?
Well,
all this, great. Let's just.
Are we talking electoral votes?
Let's look a little perspective here, just so everybody knows. This whole debate about the voting is the popular vote. We're not even talking about the electorals. We're talking about popular votes. The Electoral College hasn't even met yet. They still can meet, and things can change. Like they ultimately
the electors have to go by the popular vote in their state.
Okay, so how is it that Hillary Clinton won the popular vote and Donald Trump?
It depends on the state, right? But we know the electorals in these states. Mm-hmm. That's why they're called swing states.
Yeah.
You have Georgia, Pennsylvania,
North Carolina, Wisconsin.
North Carolina is not a swing state, but
Florida,
Arizona, Nevada. All the Wisconsin, Michigan, all of that shit comes into play. That's why those states are so essential. Because without those states, dude, Trump won Michigan back then.
Yes,
but he lost it now.
Yeah, he lost it now. He did.
Now that the car makers are back in fucking Detroit making cars. Right. He lost Michigan.
He brought. Michigan
I call
back.
bullshit.
Yeah, definitely.
I call bullshit.
Definitely, I agree. I totally agree.
But that's how it works. So the electors in those states are the ones that are holding all this up, to be honest. Because of that vote.
Right. So even how this all turns out, popular vote, regardless of popular vote, the Electoral College will meet the electors, and then they make the decision.
Right. And if they can't if they can't certify the state,
congressional,
the electorals can't do anything. So then it goes to the state. If they can't do anything with it, then it ends up at the House of Reps. Which I'm going to be honest with you, even though the Democrats have majority, each state gets one vote.
Yeah, you're going to have to. Yeah,
the Republicans have more states.
Yes.
Than the Democrats do.
So there you go. It would go full circle if we came to that. But again, what a shame. Like, what a shame to our democratic process. It is. It's a shame to our democratic process. And I know what. And I just remind everybody, the world is watching. The world is watching.
They're all laughing at us.
The world is watching.
They're laughing.
Yep. Venezuela right now is going, I did it. Right? Chavez, I did it. I did
drop a couple bombs on that fucking shit.
Yeah, that place is tough, man. That's tough.
Dude,
they're tough over there.
Yeah, so I said with Iraq, you drop a couple bombs, start over.
Nah, they're tough over there. Guys, listen, I think we probably should, right? We probably should walk out of here, man. I would imagine, right? Because we're talking almost, 2 hours, almost 3 hours, 2 hours and 52 minutes. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be cutting this podcast for 3 days. You know what I mean?
Better not be.
I know, right? Imagine.
Better get that shit done tomorrow.
I'll start tonight.
Dude, do we ever have one less than 2 hours?
No.
I don't think
it's impossible.
One less than 2.5.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
I can't do it. We can't do it. I mean, by the time I edit this, we'll probably lose like maybe 15 minutes of it. You know what I mean? In dead space and stuff like that.
All my coughing. You're gonna edit all that out.
No, we're gonna keep that in. That's classic right there. That's Rona. But again, we'll probably look at like a 2.5 hour podcast, which is I think is good because I like to walk away and come back. I like that. Like even with Bongino, I don't listen to the whole thing start to finish. I
do. I'm addicted.
Yeah, I love to listen, but I mean, I'll drive from home to work, and then I stop it, and then I get out of work, I get my car, it's back on again.
Sometimes in between jobs.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, if I can, I would, but you just, that's a big commitment. I mean, especially if you're going in 3 hours, that's a huge commitment. Yeah. You're sitting for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a lot of yard work.
So let's talk about walking out of here. But before we walk out of here, I know, right? Before we walk out of here, the podcast is coming. Like that was the major announcement.
Right.
We said that we had a major announcement, and I think honestly, I'm humbled by this, guys. Seriously, the idea that an idea that started with the Bobby Kudo show, and now you guys are here. Mm-hmm. What a journey, right? Seriously, the three of us. When you think about it, right? Just to get to this point, and the idea that we can create something. This doesn't just happen. It doesn't. This is magical, bro. It's like The Mask. It's magical. Seriously, this doesn't just happen. And I just want to say thank you to both you gentlemen for giving me the time to come in here. And I hope the chairs are comfortable. You know what I mean? The nice little chairs, man.
A lot better than the stool.
Right? That broke my heart last time seeing you in that thing. But you know what? Now that's why we went 3 hours because you're sitting in a comfortable chair. Otherwise, forget about it. You know what I mean? But listen, guys, I want to say thank you to you. I want to say thank you to everybody on the Facebook Live. I mean, we're so absolutely grateful that you guys made it to the show. This, again, a Thursday night, people work it tomorrow, but they still managed to stick it out. Because why? Because they love what we got to say. You know what I mean? So I think we have something beautiful here. And the new podcast, what do we call it? The Disgruntled American Podcast?
Yes, sir.
I think that works, man.
Yeah. I like it.
DAP, DAP.
Is that like WAP?
Right, it's DAP.
Oh, WAP.
DAP.
DAP.
You remember DAP?
He did a little Hitler. Did you see that? He did a little
DAP.
Good stuff. So listen, be on the lookout for DAP, right? That's going to be coming. And you know what? We'll keep social media. We'll get that going. Like, we're going to have to obviously build social media.
Bobby more work.
Dude, I told you guys. I keep saying it.
He's going to have to edit that shit.
We need sponsors.
We need sponsors. Yes, that's what we need. If you guys are interested in sponsoring a new podcast, let us know. Hit me up. Obviously, the Bobby Kudo Show at gmail.com. All of the social media platforms, the Bobby Kudo Show is available. TikTok, Facebook, Parler, Anchor, you name it. Twitter. I mean, I say Twitter because we have to, but I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, the podcast is available on all your favorite platforms for streaming. I mean, we are literally on every single platform, guys. Whatever you want. Breaker, you name it. Even the ones you don't even know, we're out there. So there's no reason why you can't listen. Always remember the Shriners Children's Hospital. You know, right? LoveShriners.org. Yeah. If you can, please help support that amazing organization. Just doing amazing things for some kids. Again, on Facebook, I shared a couple of posts this week. Tuesday, they did a match. So whatever donation you gave, they would match you. So days like that, when I see that stuff, I try to post it as much as possible because obviously, if you can get as much as revenue for those people, those wonderful families that have just been struck with some unfortunate situations, man. We've all been there. You know what I mean? It's at one time or another, and kids, it's always just that much more difficult. So please don't forget the Shriners and that amazing organization. Sparkle Seahorse Design. Go see Sam on Facebook and show your support for her and her amazing creations. I still say we do the ice bong. I know Joe's in. Joe gave me the eye. He's in. It's you, Steve. We got to convince you, bro.
No, I'm good.
I'm telling you, man. Imagine, Steve. How funny would that be?
I don't know. Would it make him angry or mellow him?
I think it would mellow him right out. I think that's what he's afraid of. He might find his penguin. He might find his penguin, bro.
Might be a lot. I love you guys.
Right? Like Fight Club. You know Fight Club? Remember you've seen Fight Club, right? Yeah. When he tells him he's got the acid on his hand, he's like, find your happy place. And it's the cave with the penguin. Yeah. That Steve would be like, hey, that's my penguin over there.
No, let's break.
Or either that. He said he wanted to.
He'd be like, Justin Bieber's talking to me, man.
He wanted to be like Adam Sandler. Right. Or he could be like in that movie there.
Right. Are you guys watching TV? Are you guys watching anything on TV? Have you seen Black Summer yet on Netflix?
No.
Check it out. It's pretty cool. It's you guys watch what is that, Z Nation with Brad Pitt? That movie there about it's an apocalyptic event. It's like zombies, but it's not zombies because it's a disease. It's like a COVID disease. Then this Black Summer is.
I'm all set with anything that's got to do with diseases. I'm all done. 2020 has got to go.
Yeah, this is pretty good. So if you have a chance, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. The wife and I've been watching it. It's got 8 episodes right now. It's the first season, and they just started recording the second season. And it really, really is if you like Quentin Tarantino, timeline. It's you meet every character. And then at some point, they all kind of come together. You see how, and you actually see the event from those different point of views. So it's a wicked cool concept. Again, you know what? It's just fun TV, guys. I'm so sick of like documentaries already and the news. And so something like this, it's kind of like completely out of left field and just kind of disconnect from reality for a few minutes. So if you guys check it out on Netflix, I always try to give at least one. But like I said, if you like the Z Nation universe, go check out Black Summer. Not Cuties. We're not watching Cuties.
Is that even on there still?
It is. It is. As a matter of fact, Jason Alme, shout out Jason Alme from Party Naked. Shit Happens When You Party Naked podcast. His last episode, him and his wife does a podcast with him. They were talking about it. And in the middle of it, he's like, we're talking about this and we haven't even watched it. And he's like, how can we even have an opinion? So in the middle of the podcast, he stops. And obviously you don't see it, but him and his wife went and watched it. And then he came back and he talked about it. And he said, in all reality and truth and reality is, although it was like, jacked up, it really, I think it was blown out of proportion. And he said a lot of people that made comments about it didn't even watch it, including me. No. I made some comments about it and I didn't watch it. I didn't. Well, I'm good too. I don't want to watch it.
I wouldn't.
But in all fairness,
you hear what you heard and then you're like, you're going to go watch it? That would make me feel like a goddamn pedophile.
That's it. That's why.
I'm like, nah, I'm good.
That's why I didn't watch it. Me too. That's the same thing. But he watched it with his wife and he goes, listen, granted, it wasn't there were some scenes in there they could have done without, but ultimately he goes, it was a bad movie. It's really what he said. It was. So I guess it's still on though. It's still out there. You can still watch it.
You know how much, dude? You know how many people watched that and got? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Netflix
I'm all set, bro. That shit down.
I'm all set.
The more people talk about it, the more revenue they're getting from it.
Yeah, I'm all set. I'm good.
Probably Biden has the most views on that one.
Probably.
He's trying to get
he's got that on his favorites.
Yeah, he's trying to get a meet and greet so he can sniff them.
There you go. Yeah, autographs.
Yeah.
Come out to the White House.
Yeah. Sign this.
If he makes it.
I'll sign this for you.
If he makes it. Yeah. Come here. Let's take a picture. Yeah, can we take a picture? How creepy is that right now? Right?
Yeah.
Look at us. We're like 3 Bidens in a room.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I like your smell.
Guys, thank you so much.
He talks nice.
Thank you, guys. Thank you,
No
guys.
problem.
Listen, now we're getting crazy. You could tell we're getting tired. Yeah. Now we're talking about Biden sniffing.
Snifferella.
Right? Listen, thank you, everybody, so much for being here tonight. So appreciate it. You know, these live events are fantastic. I don't think we do them often enough. But be on the lookout for Disgruntled American Podcast coming your way right away. We're gonna finish this and maybe we'll talk about it for a little bit. And we'll obviously have some more information. So be on the lookout on all the social media platforms. We'll be talking about this, get some dates going, and maybe get a pilot going. Maybe we can do a pilot. You know what I mean? But the cool thing is it'll be the 3 of us contributing.
Do a pilot?
Yeah.
I'd rather do a stewardess.
That was good, Steve.
Like that.
That's why you're here.
That was a dad joke.
That's why he's here. That's good,
joke.
though. That's
I'm getting
why
good
you're
at dad jokes.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's why you're here, brother. Because that one's good. I got a joke.
Oh, here we
I got
go.
a joke. You ready? This is a good one. And then we'll get out of here. So this bear and this rabbit are in the woods taking a shit. And the bear, right? This is serious.
Little droplings.
And the bear turns to the rabbit and says, Mr. Rabbit, do you have a problem with shit sticking to your fur? And the rabbit looks up at him and says, no. So the bear wiped his ass with the rabbit. There you go. There you go.
I thought you were going to be charming clean.
Nope, there it is. That's the joke, guys. That's the joke. And that's really the reality that we're living in right now. Seriously, right? Mine
was better.
Isn't that? Yeah, yours was better. But mine was more like, listen, the climate where we're at right now. Although the Mile High Club is a good place to be, too.
Good place.
Right? Rather than being at the bottom of the barrel, right? San Francisco on the street, living in shit and Swalder, right?
Wow.
Dude, 39% of our audience, California.
And you people are voting for Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, my God. I don't know how they do that. All right, we got to get out of here.
And
We got to get out of here. We got to stop.
And Gavin Newsom.
We're going to be doing this all night, bro. We're going to be doing this all night. Are you guys working tomorrow? Who's working tomorrow?
I'm working tomorrow.
I'm not working tomorrow.
You're not working tomorrow?
I'm working tomorrow.
You're working tomorrow? Gee, what time are you going in?
8:30.
Oh, that's good a little bit. That's not too
I got to
bad.
get up at 6:30.
I know.
So I take my daughter to school first.
And Joe, you're home tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Lucky you, man.
Friday.
Me too.
Friday's off.
Me too. I took it off. I took the day off. That'll be nice.
Yeah, I wish I did.
You know what? I took the day off. I'll be listening to your voices all day long. Imagine
You
that.
could take it off. I mean, you got plenty of proof.
Yeah. The COVID everywhere.
I got the Rona.
I need a swab. Hey, did you hear that real quick? And then we're gonna get. I promise, we're getting out of here.
Here we go.
Listen, Elon Musk. He sent 4. Did you hear that? He sent 4 COVID tests. 2 of them came back positive. 2 of them came back negative. Figure that out. Imagine that. He sent 4 COVID tests that he took. 2 of them came back positive. 2 of them came back negative.
And he actually did all 4.
And he did all 4. If you guys go on Twitter, it's actually on Twitter. He does all 4 of them. He sticks them up his nose and he sends them. And 2 of them came back positive. 2 of them came back negative. My daughter.
You should have marked which nostril.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what I heard. Somebody did it.
Well, maybe that's why.
On the right
maybe
side
that's
of
why
the nostril,
then
and somebody did it on the left side.
Then that, you know what?
One came back positive, one came back negative.
So maybe that's why he did 4. Because I couldn't figure out why he did 4. Like, why not just do 2? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he did 4. Maybe that's exactly what he did. Maybe he did like each nostril. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2 came back positive, 2 came back negative. And my daughter was telling me a story this week that she happened to be around some friends, and a friend of a friend who's a nurse, as a joke, they sent 4 swabs that they didn't even swab, and all 4 came back positive.
You're fucking shitting me.
Swear to God, I can't say it if it's not true.
Yeah.
I can't say it if it's not true.
And this is what we're fucking stuck in our house for.
You know what?
And not wearing a fucking mask.
Listen, guys.
Come on, man.
The same way we take,
Come on, man.
The same way we take for granted the people counting the votes, we take for granted the people that are doing the testing on these COVID tests. Who's doing them? Who's doing them?
Some of these people, remember those questions you were asking?
Yep.
Sesame character?
Yep.
They all need to be the count.
There you go. One
One Trump.
Two. I have one. Two.
You guys are killing me, but you know why? Because it's probably fucking true.
It is probably true. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Honestly, I really appreciate
everybody
it, man. Thank you,
for
everybody,
listening.
for joining, right? Awesome.
Yeah.
Joining
Awesome.
on Facebook.
Yes, yes. And we will be back. And obviously, 48 is right around the corner, guys. Who knows what's in store between now and then. But I think, honestly, the great part is the consistency. You know, we've been going like 11, 12 days in between the podcasts. And now with the new podcast, that'll be in between. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be awesome. That'll be fantastic.
You're going to be one busy person.
Yeah, well, guess what, Joe?
The only thing is
Joe's going to be doing some editing, man.
the only thing is your show.
Yeah, right.
You won't feature us, I guess, maybe sometimes.
You guys could do guest appearances on the show. And even with that, there's always other, you know what I mean? I can always reach out to like people like Jason Alamy, other podcasts, and kind of, because honestly, between the three of us, I think one's just going to help the other. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I do believe between the three of us that, I mean, once it gets going, there's going to be no stopping this, bro. This is awesome. This is why we listen. Seriously, I would listen to this all day long. I really would. Because, I mean, I've said to you guys in the past, and not that I'm tooting on my own horn, but there's some podcasts out there, dude, I can't understand. I just don't understand how people listen to it. And then we put all this effort and content together and all this hard work, and they're like, oh, I only got so many listens. But, you know, at the end of the day, these people are listening. When I look at the duration of listens, people start and they go the whole, not that they listen, I can't tell if they stop in between, but they are listening to the duration of the show. Our female audience listenership up to 14%, which is awesome, right? Because, you know, I know we kind of talk guy stuff here. You know, you got Tab, your wife, they're joining the show and they're listening. So I will say, I never tabulate the Facebook because people listening to the Facebook might not go and listen to the podcast because they just watched it on Facebook. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's kind of like a give and take. So, you know, the 20 people that would have listened to the podcast on, you know, whether it be Apple or Anchor, wherever it is, they're not listening because they just watched it on Facebook. You know what I mean? So again, it's kind of trying to figure out what's what. But at the end of the day, man, people are listening all over the world. And if there's a sponsor out there,
just get your name out.
Yeah. It'd be great to have somebody who, you know, again, I was actually thinking, guys, and I was telling the wife about it, and then we got to get out of here. I was thinking of reaching out to my cousins, Kudo Construction.
Yeah.
I was going to actually have them come in and sit down and talk about the business and maybe talk about our past and, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that, I would love to bring them in, and who knows? Maybe that's the beginning of a sponsorship right there, right? Yeah, right.
There you go.
It's worth the shot because they do a lot of advertising.
They really do.
They're not worried about spending money.
And they're all about social media. I see them on social media, and like, what's more social media than podcasting, right? So we'll see. We'll be on the lookout for that, you know what I mean? But more so, be on the lookout for this trio right here, man, because we got some great shit coming, man. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So everybody, be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much for joining the show. And I just want to tell everybody, thanks again. Join us on thebobbycudoshow.com, Anchor, Parler, TikTok, Facebook, all these social media platforms, Etsy.com for the gear. Again, Sparkle Seahorse Design on Facebook. Steve?
You can find me on Instagram, so SCFS_Steve.
Yep. And of course, Joe, you're still doing YouTube, right, man?
Sure.
Yeah? Go see Joe on YouTube, man. Hey, you posted those Christmas lights. It's funny. My wife's like, hey, I heard that they got Christmas lights at Gillette Stadium. I'm like, oh, as a matter of fact, check it out. Joe was just there.
Yeah.
And I played it and we got to see it. And it's like somebody had told it it's good for younger children.
Yeah.
It was more of a younger kid kind of thing. It wasn't like a La Salette type of.
I think we're going like the last.
What is it called? What do they charge you for it?
Magic of Lights. It's like $50 a vehicle.
Oh, jeez. $50.
Not that bad. It's really long. It's really big.
Is it?
Yeah.
You paid $50 a vehicle
to look at it. Really? Yeah. Jeez, that's a lot.
Shitting me, dude. I paid $15.
For what?
For Magical Lights, dude. I'm going on the.
You must have got it on the deal that day that they had the deal.
$15. I think regular price was $25. You got fucked,
dude.
No.
Did you double down, bro? $50.
I don't know.
How about that?
Dude, I don't know.
That's a lot of money to look at lights.
I paid $15.
Imagine how many lights
it was on a deal, but I don't think regular.
Like a Groupon type deal, like a Groupon.
No, it was like this one time, like
one-time deal where you
early buy. You got to go in on a certain date to get it and whatever.
I believe it was 50 or 30, something like that. 30 or 50.
Let's say $50 kind of.
I paid 15.
But if you got a full car of people, but then again, you shouldn't, right? Because COVID.
You're celebrating.
You're celebrating.
We're protesting at Gillette.
Hey, I'm celebrating Thanksgiving night, and I invite everybody. If you want to come over for Thanksgiving and have turkey with us, you're more than welcome to do so. I don't care. Bring it. If you guys want to come over, come over.
Be careful when you're buying all that turkey.
Right? I got 2 turkeys. Dude, I bought a freezer. I got 2 turkeys downstairs ready to go.
All the fucking turkeys in the backyard, guys. Seriously.
Dude, this morning I went and leave. They were all in my driveway. And it's, you know what the worst thing is? They don't get out of the way now. They're like, they sit there. I'm like beeping the horn. Like, I got to go to work. They won't leave. They're comfortable.
Dude, you know how to fix that? Buy a 12 gauge.
I have one upstairs, bro.
There you go.
I haven't even shot it.
What are you waiting for?
I haven't shot
Oh,
it.
Jesus
See?
Christ.
Dude,
there it is.
That could be it right there.
Bird shot all
that could
over
be
that
it
face.
right there. One shot.
He's used to shots all over the face, but not
Oh
bird shot.
my, bam. This guy's on fire tonight.
Right?
Dude, you are on fire, sir.
Every day, buddy.
Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Say goodnight. Good night, guys.
Good night,
guys.
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. As always, we appreciate your support on the show. And remember, always remember that all roads lead here.